I can hear you.
Sound check for everybody out there in the audience.
And now, live from the Man Cave Studios, deep in the heart of constitutional Livingston County, Michigan, on a Tuesday night Memorial Day rant, with your co-host, Teddy Fester's in the house. Yours truly, This is My Brain. And now your host, the man that puts this all together just for you. The man with the voice, the man.
You're a gay fish.
And the microphone cut out right as you went to say my name. Say it again, Larry.
Jeremy Scott Gibbs.
You're a gay fish.
I am not a gay fish. The fish are gay. They were exceptionally gay tonight. They were really gay. Welcome to the show, everybody. Gypsy Magic's already on the gay fish. What's up, gay fish?
Gay fish.
They're gay fish.
Gay fish. Like a gay cat.
Aren't all cats inherently gay?
Just one in Heartland.
Your cat?
Stop.
I didn't know you had a cat, Larry.
Dude. You're so rude.
What?
I'm just saying. What,
I don't know
why?
what you're talking about.
Oh, look at that. It's the phone. It's the phone. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Gay fish in tow. Are you guys hearing my buzz, or is it just me?
I am hearing a buzz, but I'm not complaining. There it is again. Is that you? Are you doing that?
I think so.
Are you polluting our podcast with static?
Dude, I am
We got Big K here.
radioactive. Big K's in the house. All right. I know we got quite a few there. Hit the thumbs up, people.
Hit the thumbs up.
Hit the
That's
thumbs
right.
up. With who's the one that had the list? Hit the thumbs up, please. Don't be. What was Michael? Remember when Michael was like, "No, don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant. No, that's ignorant. Why would you say it like that?
I know. Tweak.
No,
Tweak, where are you, man?
don't be.
No, Mr. Jefferson.
No, don't be ignorant.
I love you, Mr. Jefferson.
Don't be ignorant. Okay? Main table, that's what I wanted. All right. I'm adjusting cameras as we're sitting here. Larry's still texting on his phone as usual.
I am.
He's
playing with my-
trolling the libtards on Facebook.
Exactly. I put in the show notes, maybe Patrick confirmed he will not be able to make it tonight. He will be missed. He is continuing to take care of business with his mom's estate. As you, our regular listeners know, his mom passed, 4 weeks now? 3 weeks?
About a month ago, eh?
Yeah, a month ago. And so they're still dealing with, you know how that goes, guys. You have to deal with a lot of stuff. Teddy and I both know. I dealt with Mom. You didn't have to deal directly with Grandma Bester's estate, but
No.
but the family did, to a certain extent. Had to deal with her estate.
Well,
Did she have her own house?
Her and my grandpa have a house, but
Oh, that's right, Grandpa did. Yeah, what am I thinking?
my grandpa had the basement.
Grandpa had to deal with stuff.
Yeah, he had to deal with stuff.
Yeah. My mom passed, that left it to me, so. Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. So it'll be me, Larry, and Teddy. Larry's feeling extra spicy tonight, even though I gave him pork tenderloin for dinner.
That's pretty good stuff.
That was, I was going to do chops, and I thawed them out, or I was starting to thaw them out, and then Vicky wanted to go to the store, so we went to the store, and we found this bacon. It says bacon, not wrapped, but bacon. That's what you saw the bacon pieces on the top, and it had a whole sauce, so it was pre-sauced. But it still took an hour and 10 minutes to cook it. But it was
You're
tasty.
sauced?
No, I haven't even started drinking. Been drinking water.
That one didn't go by you.
It's good water.
Jeremy is sauced.
It's good water. It's good water. Yeah, good water. Look at how I'm the same size as you guys almost on the cameras, but I feel so far away and all by myself.
Oh, no.
I was thinking about getting somebody else on because we wanted to talk about Memorial Day, but I didn't. I had a lot of stuff going today. So it's all good. Speaking of which, I'm wearing my Lions jersey. It represents how many wins they had last year in the playoffs.
Yes.
0.
0.
But don't worry, man. They're gonna win next year. Okay.
0.
They're gonna get the Super Bowl next year. Okay.
I just find it funny that Jamar Gibbs was number 26, and then he switched to 0, and that's how many playoffs games they had the next year. Kind of dumb. Anyways, just in time for the secret sauce. Oh, yeah, a Bears in the house. There it is. So I felt like wearing my Lions, even though I'm going to see the Tigers tomorrow with my buddy Frank. Super Frank. Me and Super Frank are going to go see the Tigers tomorrow. So nobody blurred out the score tonight as we started the show.
Well, I'll just say that hopefully
They were not winning.
Hopefully the Tigers do better when you're in their presence than they're doing right now when we were watching.
I'm gonna bring the mojo for the game tomorrow.
Maybe
yeah.
Do they sell Alyssa Slotkin hot dogs at Comerica Park?
There's something there that plumps when you cook it.
Well, maybe just get yourself a nice hot dog if it's from Alyssa Slotkin's company.
You know what? We want to avoid that. We're gonna get some fast food because I'm all full on my preservatives and
maybe just save one for Larry at least. I know Larry loves Alyssa Slotkin hot dogs. That's all he talks about.
He's still typing.
We got Tina in the chat too. He says, "My cat Sarge is not gay."
Okay.
Well, I was saying that Larry only had the only gay cat here was just Larry's cat.
Larry's cat. Do you have a cat, Larry?
I do not.
I have a cat.
But I heard there's a gay cat in Heartland.
Stop. We have a cat here on the property. I've never been closer than 3 feet from that cat.
I didn't even know that.
It's our feral. Well, you know the little house on the side of the garage.
Yeah, I'm like
the little house,
the little wooden one.
That's the house I built for the cat.
Oh.
It's all like custom. You can lift the lid up on the roof up on the one side, and there's a little prop stick so Vicky can clean it all out. And it's got this whole thing. I designed it all out. It's insulated. It's got a porch. It's got its own little porch, and it's all for the feral cat that nobody can pet.
Does it actually go in there?
Feral cat.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He has his own little.
Gypsy has a score.
Oh, all right, Gypsy.
They did a little bit of a comeback, I guess.
I guess he's like no, and he did it all in caps, kind of angry, like how dare you tell me not to.
Before the show started, before we turned off, there was like 1-4.
It was 2-4 when we came up.
Oh,
right
that was the last time I saw.
Last time you looked. Okay, good. Maybe they're gonna. Pitching got devastated. We lost Scooble and we lost. Verlander really never got started, and then there was one other guy that we lost. You guys will fill me in the chat. Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. Let's do. What do we do first? Oh, we do dinner recap. I started to talk about it. Some mac and cheese. Teddy's never had fried pineapple or grilled pineapple. Today I threw it on the cast iron inside.
That was good too. Goes really good with the pork.
That's what he was like. The pineapple's okay. He's not a big pineapple guy. But then I was like, Teddy, you cut off a chunk of the pineapple and then you put it on the pork and you eat them both at the same time. He's like, oh, now I see. Oh, really?
Now you see.
Now I see that. Okay. So that was good. And of course, I made the mushrooms on there. Mushrooms are okay. Whatever. Mushrooms. All right, let's do the disclaimers. Let me go over here and see what we got going on my disclaimer screen. You guys start. We're gonna right after we do the disclaimers here. We're gonna start talking about Memorial Day. I want everybody in chat start throwing in what you did for Memorial Day. Just a brief, maybe a sentence or two, and we're gonna talk about what we did. But I want to hear what you guys did, and if there's any shout outs to family members that served in the military, please do that as well. Do two separate things. What you did with family, and then shout outs to service members. Obviously, it's Memorial Day, so it would be those that have passed. On Veterans Day, we honor past and present, but on Memorial Day, we honor those who have passed. So if you've had any family members that have passed, I want to give a shout out to them to honor them for your family's sake or your friend's sake. So let me go here. I gotta do this. Watch the screen behind me. Watch it flicker.
Flickered.
Dink. Did you see it?
I saw it.
All right. That's the difference between the screen with my stuff display on it and the simple desktop background. They're identical.
Remember, we had a smaller screen a year ago. Got this big.
This is huge, dude.
Well, I remember I was here earlier, and then me and you got that hooked up.
Dude, it's heavy as hell, isn't it?
Yeah.
This thing,
it's
it's
really
it's
heavy.
like, it's a monster, dude. You can feel it.
Well, it was well worth it though. It's a great monitor.
So, Vicky and Walt, Tanya's mom and dad, bought it like 8 years ago or whatever, 7 years ago. Because by that time, Dad was really into his Lewy body dementia and his Parkinson's. But he would sit in the living room with her and watch TV. And so they had to have this huge 75-inch TV. And at a certain point, now that Dad's been gone, Mom was like, I don't need that big of a TV. I was like, well, let's go get you a smaller TV. So we went and picked up a 55. And I threw it up on the wall, and I said, I'll take that down to the podcast. So I brought it down here. So that's why there's a huge screen behind me. Anyways, I'll shut up about that. All right, guys, here it is. Larry, you still typing over there, buddy?
No.
He's making Alyssa Slockin memes.
Nice. Notice, this podcast is raw, unfiltered, completely politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas and the Pledge of Allegiance, especially the part about one nation under God. We thank our troops for their service. Thank you, Larry, and those in our audience. We recognize 3 genders, male, female, mentally ill. As adults, we enjoy adult beverages, but we're all drinking water tonight so far. In fact, Teddy just polished his water off like a champ. We cuss, we do not curse or swear. Look up the definitions, please, for the love of God. And speaking of the love of God, we love Jesus, but hate religion and religious hypocrites. If any of this offends you, please leave. And do we want to do our normal things? I don't know. Do we want to do? Teddy, what do you want?
Just do whatever.
You want Adams or Jackson?
Or let's just do
you want
Adams.
Voltaire? No, you did
Let's
Voltaire.
do Adams. Let's do Adams.
Adams, okay.
Our Constitution was made for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other.
Correct. And Larry, let's give you a new one since you were gone for quite a while.
Okay. Oh, gonna make me dry read a new one.
Hey, you got skills, don't you?
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep bear arms shall not be infringed. That is the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. It was signed on 12/15/1791, and it expires never.
Never!
From my
Never.
cold, dead
No,
hands.
doesn't ever expire.
Doesn't ever expire. And with that, guys, let's do this one.
It is
Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness.
Weak.
And I think that people out here would do well, if you're watching, to understand that apologies do nothing with these monsters.
Yes, you can hear it good.
Nothing.
It's awesome.
It was pegging, dude.
I think we need to have for the soundboard. We need to have an apology tab because I know we did the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing for a while.
Yeah.
So we got to have like a tab of different. I will not apologize.
Right?
That's a good one. I like that.
Well, actually, no, because Marjorie Taylor Greene is.
She's fallen out of favor now.
No, she's a rhino. She's a rhino now.
She's a rhino? She's
a
bad.
rhino.
I will not apologize because her eyelashes are like brooms.
They were like these porn lashes.
Isn't that
dude.
what that was about? Was that lady's
well,
eyelashes
what
were
she
like,
said was-
every time she blinked, she swept the floor?
Well, she leaned into it because she's like, maybe you couldn't read the bill that we're actually covering because of your huge eyelashes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was along that line. It was kind of wild.
I just want to give some breaking news for the Texas primary runoff.
Okay.
Ken Paxton is at 62%.
Yay!
And, John Cornball is at 37%.
Go Gazelle.
So, and one of them is endorsed by Trump, right?
Ken Paxton. Yep.
Well, I'm surprised Trump didn't endorse Cornyn.
Oh, stop. We're gonna play
his name
nice.
is Corn.
We're gonna play nice tonight. Gypsy Magic said, "Relaxed." I hope you all had a great holiday weekend. So Gypsy Magic just relaxed. Teddy, what did you? I know both of you went to the parade, but didn't know you were both must have been incognito because neither one of you knew you were there together.
Well, I marched in the parade.
You marched in the parade.
I did. I know Patrick. I was looking for. I know Patrick was saying he was going to be at the Heartland Parade, so I was looking around a bit when I wasn't.
You know, I didn't
helping
confirm if he made it. I hung
I
out
don't
with him in
know.
the afternoon.
I just know that he said he was going to go there last week, so
Yeah.
I was kind of looking around for him when I wasn't busy with what I was committed with, because
Yeah.
I was helping 2 different places. And
No shout outs for the groups that you're with because we don't want to disparage them by sullying their good name from our show.
it's true.
Yep, and I was there with Christina Light.
I did see the Christina Lake tent, but I didn't see Larry there. Otherwise,
Now, explain, Larry. They could do a tent,
Right.
but because it's Memorial Day honoring our veterans who have served and passed, they couldn't walk. No campaigns or no.
Yeah,
no,
there's none of that
that-
allowed.
yeah,
The
that-
parade is the Memorial's Day is dedicated to those who paid the ultimate price for our freedoms.
Correct.
I didn't.
Right, and there's no politics allowed,
Right.
period, in the parade.
Yeah.
Right, but the Livingston County Communist Party was there.
I did not know we had a Oh, I thought that was always just the Democrats. I
Same
didn't realize
thing.
there was.
Yeah, the Livingston County Communist Democrats were there. How's that?
But did it say Democrats on their sign or did
Yes.
it say communism?
Well, it's the same thing.
Well, I know, but I want to know if they're being like completely honest or
No.
not.
No, they're
Okay. All right. Just double check.
some lady kept chasing me. Wait, here, you want to come to our event here? I was like, I finally turned to her and I said, look, lady, I'm a veteran. I don't support communists. Leave me alone. And she turned around and walked away.
Wow.
It's like I had to tell her.
Read our quote for tonight, Teddy. Osterkamp.
All gave some gave all.
That's from Sergeant Howard William Osterkamp, who served in Korea. I had Teddy look up who was the author of that quote. What does that mean to you, Larry? All gave some gave all.
It means all the people who served gave something, gave part of themselves or a part of their lives, dedicated to secure, protect the Constitution and the people and the country, the United States of America. Some of them sacrificed by giving their life,
The ultimate sacrifice.
the ultimate sacrifice.
Right on. So what did you do after the parade, Teddy?
After the parade, I just went home and
You chilled? Did you do anything special this weekend for Memorial Day?
I did. There was a thing on Sunday I was co-organized with for the Heartland Cemetery.
Okay.
We did a luminary for the veterans and all that, and we usually have the American Legion usually has a ceremony
Okay.
at the end, but there was another ceremony because there was a War of 1812 veteran that had a headstone finally put in for them.
Really?
And I helped put in that headstone with some of the Sons and Union folks for Livingston County on Monday.
Wow, that's cool. How long did that process take?
So
Who started the? Do you have
so-
the history of who started it?
I know who started my old teacher, Colonel Scheidler. He knew about where this gentleman was buried at, and he never had a headstone.
Okay.
And he spent years trying to get headstone for him, and he managed to get a couple other government headstones, right?
Okay.
So he got 2 government headstones for other soldiers. Problem is with this soldier is that he didn't find any proper paperwork, pension stuff in the archives,
Okay.
because
And this was 1812.
1812. So yeah.
Okay.
So what we did is that the Historical Society and a couple other people put together kind of like a private fundraiser.
What did they? Did they have just a different marker there so you knew where he was
We
buried?
just put in a headstone. We made it so it would be the proper government headstone, like the size and dimensions and all that.
Right. I'm saying they had something there before that,
No, there was just nothing there before.
but they knew where the plot was.
But we knew where the plot was. But every luminary or the Sunday before Memorial Day or the day before Memorial Day, the only way we could dignify that when people were walking around the cemetery for that event would be stacking muskets together with a couple of American flags.
Oh, you
but-
guys did that previous.
Previous
But
years. Now we actually have
Now they have the headstone.
Now we have a headstone, and
Nice.
this gentleman's name is now
You-
forever.
What's his name?
John Williams.
John Williams. Okay.
So yeah, now that gentleman's name is forever etched.
And he passed in the War of 1812.
He served in the War of 1812.
Oh, and then
but
he died of natural causes.
Correct.
Okay.
But we know he served in the War of 1812.
And he was from Heartland.
He was from New York, but moved to the Heartland area after the war.
After the war.
Correct.
Okay, because we
That's
know
what happened. A lot of the War of 1812 guys. There's a few of them buried in Heartland Cemetery in the Heartland area.
Yeah.
They would fight in the War of 1812, and a lot of them knew each other, so they moved to the same area, which would be Heartland.
Okay. There's a lot of people that don't even have a concept of the War of 1812 or how much it overlapped with Napoleonic Wars
Yep.
and what was going on throughout the world at that time. We focus on World War I and World War II, but really the War of 1812 was a worldwide. It was
part of a worldwide.
It wasn't like a set of people that factioned together, but you had the British attacking the new United States. You had the French going after the Russians.
Well, we had the British were fighting the French, and then
Yeah.
after Napoleon was defeated the first time, they kind of. I mean, this is before Napoleon was defeated, but the British was kind of like a backwater theater for the British until after 1814.
Right.
When Napoleon was defeated the first time, then the British put their attention here. So it was a very different war, but it was in the same time.
Yeah, most people don't know that the whole the White House was burned to the ground.
Yep.
The Capitol was sieged.
Yeah, and the Canadians
seized.
and you know this if you talk to Canadians. Well, they're like, well, we burned down the White House, dude. We burned down the White House. Okay, that's why I'm never gonna be your 51st state because we burned down the White House.
Do they talk like that?
No, I'm just talking like they want
I'm
character.
just saying, like,
oh well, you know,
we took down
we
the
took
White
down the-
House
we
there.
took-
We burned
listen
it down,
here.
eh?
Hey, listen here.
Oh, eh?
Hey, listen here, guy. We
Listen.
burned down the White House. So if you think you can come back here and think we're the 51st state, then you got another thing
You
coming.
got another thing coming there, eh? You better straighten yourself out there, feller.
Even worse, if you invade us, then we won't give you any Labatt Blue.
Right. Labatt Blue. Let's
Or
see.
good hockey players.
Or good hockey. You're not getting any good hockey
not gonna
players
get
there,
any-
fella. You're not getting them. No.
I'm not your fella, guy.
I'm not your guy, buddy. War of 1812 was a military conflict between the United States and Great Britain. June 18th, 1812 to February 17th, 1815. So, what, a little less than 3 years?
Yeah, around there.
It rose from several issues, including maritime rights and territorial disputes. And most people don't realize how many battles were actually fought here in Michigan
Yeah,
on the
Michigan
Great Lakes.
was one of the main,
which
if not the main theater of war.
is amazing to me. Are you looking up some stuff?
I was looking up the Battle of New Orleans because I know that was
That was a huge one.
that was a huge one, but it was after the treaty was signed.
Okay.
The British force that was landing.
Because they didn't know.
They
well,
didn't know.
Nobody picked up their cell phone and answered it to let them know that.
And that victory propelled Andrew Jackson to the national notoriety.
Yeah. What you say, Larry?
Well, I was just going to say, though, for the Memorial Day weekend, the good news is only 25 people got shot in
Chicago?
Yeah,
Only 25?
only 25.
How many survived?
They must have been on break.
How many survived?
Oh, I don't know. Doesn't say. Summer alarm. Chicago sees at least 25 shot over Memorial Day weekend as police cancel officers' day off.
Let's go. Since Larry's departing from it, we'll come back to the history here in a minute. Larry,
Yeah.
doesn't Chicago have some of the strongest gun laws in the nation?
They have
Or restrict the
I
highest-
think they are the strongest.
We say strongest, but the most restrictive on law.
The most unconstitutional.
The most
yes.
unconstitutional, restrictive on
Yes.
law-abiding citizens.
The most un-American.
And it's amazing that they couched it in only 25 because it was
Yeah.
technically a 4-day weekend.
Yes.
So there was an extra day where people could get shot
Yes.
and recording those shootings.
Right.
Yeah. When they fraudulently claimed crime statistics went down under previous administrations, it was because they stopped recording them.
Right.
And for those of you in Ann Arbor,
I was there earlier.
how was that experience? Pretty brutal.
I would do it was pretty brutal.
Probably a lot of gay cats in Ann Arbor.
He was there for an optical appointment, and it felt more like a proctal.
The length I had to wait in the waiting room would probably be as long as today's show.
A proctology exam? mean, if you stretch out your
Why do you go all the
intestines-
way to Ann Arbor instead of like locally?
Well, I had my eye doctor that I had for years. Used
Oh.
to be in Brighton, but he moved. He rotates between Ann Arbor and Northville. So I usually do a yearly eye exam. So I usually just go wherever he is, appointment wise. So
Right. How often do you do your eye exams, Larry?
Every 2 years. They want me to every year, but
Right.
what they want and what they're going to get are two different things.
Larry's like, I'm a trucker. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
So, anyways, shootings there, and most shootings, most people fail to recognize as well. Most shootings are self-inflicted, or a lot of gun deaths by suicide, handguns.
we got our good friend Ella Bell in the chat saying Britain has been a pain in our ass, cannot be trusted since 1812. Now Britain is a borderline Islamic state.
Dude, they've got a mayor in one of their cities now that can barely speak English. I mean, like, worse than me and Teddy's impressions of Chinese people. It's a real bad.
It's real
It's
bad.
real bad. It's all so bad. Look up UK mayor who can barely speak English. Okay, so Memorial Day, let's go to this one, take a look at this. Memorial Day, originally called Decoration Day, was established to honor U.S. military personnel who died in service. First widely observed May 30th, 1868. It became a federal holiday in 1971. So, 103
years later.
but it was celebrated, just like Thanksgiving and a bunch of other ones. A lot of them were celebrated as holidays. They just didn't take that day off as a federal holiday. Memorial Day originally known, let's see. The first widespread observance of Memorial Day took place, as we said, May 30th, 1868. It was established to honor Union soldiers who died during the Civil War. The proclamation from General John A. Logan, commander of the Grand Army of the Republic. Sounds like Star Wars, doesn't
You
it?
know, Star Wars.
We now create a Grand Army of the Republic.
This Clone Wars borrows very heavily from Civil War and that kind of
That context?
that
Well,
context.
not only that, I was just watching I listened to a ton of stuff. Anyways, one popped up in my podcast feed, and I'm listening to it, and it said that Lucas stopped and rewrote episode 1, 2, and 3, or episode 1, right after 9/11, or because of the events of 9/11 and the terrorism that came out, and that's why you see parallels.
Didn't the episode 1 come out before 9/11? It came out like 1999.
Yeah, episodes 2 and 3 were.
Right.
Yeah, he stopped and rewrote parts of it to
I
reflect.
rewatched episode 3 a couple days ago, actually.
Dude, it grows on you. No, it didn't grow on you.
It's good, but some of the dialogue and just
It's clunky.
It's some of the acting too.
It's clunky.
It's clunky, but it's
Yeah.
still good.
That's what I've said all along. What's the best one still?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Depends on the day.
There's no
but
wrong
it
answer, but
Depends
I
on the
throw
day.
stuff-
for
I will
me.
still throw
Depends on the day. For me, it's like between episode 3 and 5.
You mean Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, it's
Or
sometimes
Empire?
Sometimes I think Revenge of the Sith is better. Sometimes I think Empire is better.
I still will default 100% to Empire being the best. And I think that Empire is the best because there was Lucas didn't direct it. He was the producer on it. He was the writer on it. It was based on his characters. He was in charge of it. But Irvin Kershner directed it, and he allowed the dialogue to float.
That's always been his big issue, is just dialogue.
It
It's
is.
just very.
It's very clunky dialogue. In fact, they would tease him that on set, he lost his voice at one point. I can't remember what movie it was. Maybe it was episode 4, the original, New Hope. But he lost his voice, and so they drew on a whiteboard next to him, faster, more intense, and one other phrase that was the only phrases that he would use.
Did you watch the Mandalorian yet?
I haven't gone to see it. Did you go see it?
No, I'm still boycotting Disney Star Wars.
Okay.
Which can you
I was-
blame me?
Yes, we blame you.
We blame you.
Yes.
Um,
Just because we can.
Just because Larry wants to blame me for something, anything.
Yes.
Well, Alyssa Slockin, I hear Alyssa Slockin makes a cameo as one of the Huts or something like that.
I don't want to talk about Alyssa Foreskin.
Oh my God.
I mean Slotkin. Did I say that wrong?
If you'd have been all into going and see it, I'd have been like, all right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in tonight. We're going to close the show out.
I know my brother watched it.
Yeah.
I think a couple days ago. I didn't ask him how it was, but
I've listened to a couple reviews. Some of the a couple of the podcasters that I watch that do the Star Wars reviews and different things and news and coming out of Star Wars and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, it was good. They were like, it was nothing. There was no big revelations. There was no big, like, earth-shattering, changes. It was just basically season 4 condensed into a movie.
It's like Star Wars. It's like Star Wars fans. It was the same, but it was also very different.
Very different.
It broke new ground.
Let's see. Let's read this part. The evolution of the national holiday. Legal recognition. Memorial Day was officially recognized as a federal holiday in 1971. The date was standardized as the last Monday in May to provide a long weekend for Americans. The cultural significance over time, Memorial Day has evolved to honor all U.S. military personnel who've died in service, not just those from the Civil War. So Memorial Day serves as a reminder of those who sacrificed by military personnel and is also considered the unofficial start of summer in the United States. What'd you do on Memorial Day, Larry, other than hang on the parade and torment Democrat communists?
Yes. We went to my daughter's house for a nice afternoon barbecue.
Okay.
We got there about 4:30. It was nice.
Nice. Hung
Left
out?
probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was good. Shot. My grandson showed me his new pellet gun.
So you shot that?
So I shot at some targets, and he grabbed his pellet gun and went chipmunk hunting.
I like chipmunks.
Shooting chipmunks.
Yes.
What, that could have been Alvin.
How do you cook them?
That's the fish.
You shot them and threw them in the lake?
They're sleeping with the. Did you pour concrete on their feet? They're sleeping with the fishies tonight.
I think he tied millstones around their neck.
Or they mess with the kids? Wow.
No, I'm teasing you.
Torturing
Wow.
little critters. We just make sure the cat sticks around. The cat that I can't pet, we make sure he sticks around here because, or she. It doesn't even have a name. Just kitty, kitty, kitty. It'll look at me.
It was going to be the name, Kitty.
Did. But that's one of the reasons she's around here, is to maintain the chipmunk population.
Yeah, we have a chipmunk problem at my house. So what I'll do is I'll get a 5-gallon bucket and a board.
Oh, and you put the little.
And then you
do
pour.
you do the whole bucket lid?
Yeah, you take the bucket, you fill it halfway with water.
Yeah.
And then, I'll take a little lid off something, like a coffee can lid or whatever, and I'll pile some sunflower seeds on it, and I'll float it in the bucket.
Oh, you float it in the bucket. So the ones that I've seen, they have the bucket and they have a piece of a metal rod of some kind, and they make the lid so it's just smaller than the bucket, and then they put stuff on it, and as soon as the chipmunk or the rat or the mouse steps on it, it flips.
I had a couple of years, 2 years ago, I had to wharf the chipmunks around my house because they kept eating my strawberry plants.
Oh.
So I put the
devils.
I put the old-fashioned mouse traps around my plants, and I got 4 or 5 of them, I think, throughout the summer.
In old-fashioned mouse traps, huh?
I just put peanuts on the trap.
No,
Nice.
they jump right in. They don't have a problem with it. That's why I put the board on it, because sometimes I'll put a trail of sunflower seeds up the board, and they see the sunflower seeds and they jump in.
They just jump right in.
They jump right in.
Like a Alyssa slot
Yep.
going for a hot dog.
Yeah, there was 9. I caught 9 of them one time.
Jeesh.
Before you emptied the bucket?
But yeah, I came home from work, and there was 9 of them floating in there.
What? Dude, if you'd have heated that bucket
Yeah.
and put a bubbler in
I
it,
could have had soup.
it'd have been a hot tub for the chipmunks.
Yeah.
They could have partied down.
He killed Alvin, he killed Simon, he killed Fedor. I guess they had 6 other siblings we didn't know about.
Oh, Big K's correcting you.
Rat traps. Well,
Rat traps.
okay, it's the same thing. It's like the spring.
Gypsy Magic's keeping us posted. All right.
Tigers 6, Angels 4, top of the 7th.
Nice.
Don't say nice yet. They're gonna blow it by the 9th.
Dude, how many games have they lost out of the last 20 by walk-off home runs or walk-off scoring runs from the other team?
Where's the big race tonight? Is that in Texas or in Kentucky?
Texas.
Last
That's
week
what you
was
just said.
Last week was Kentucky, and
Yeah,
then
this
this
is,
week's is Texas. And
And he's leading by 60, right?
44% of the vote in, and it's 63 to 37.
Mm-hmm.
So
Paxton is extremely popular in Texas, with or without Trump endorsement. Appreciate the Trump endorsement on him.
well, unfortunately, it kind of matters the Trump endorsement because a lot of people will put their vote in depending on who Trump endorses.
True. What else do we have? Oh, I wanted to see what the reflection. I'm not seeing anybody. Well, obviously, a bunch of our friends are friends with us, so we would have been hanging out with some of them. Bear, what'd you do for Gypsy? What'd you? Oh, he already said he relaxed. But Ella Bella's saying that you got to teach her more about the War of 1812. Is there
I do.
anything out of the War of 1812 other than what we mentioned that comes to that pops up in your mind?
There's just a lot of stuff around in Michigan that you got battlefields, you got just a lot of history around that.
Which is kind of the Civil War gets a lot of attention, and obviously the Revolutionary War gets a lot of attention. But it's amazing how much the War of 1812 is largely ignored.
Well, Fort Mackinac was a War of 1812 battleground. You
Right.
go to Mackinac Island, British landing on the far north of the island.
Which a lot of people think that's more Revolutionary War, not realizing it was War of 1812. Bovey, you're such an ass. You guys in chat are seeing that. Does anyone have the baseball score? I need to know if our Mexicans are hitting the ball better than their Mexicans. Actually, we have a Japanese guy right now that cannot speak English at all. Honyon Lee.
Sounds more like a Korean name than.
Maybe it is. He's Oriental. That's all I know, and I'm racist, so it's all good. He could be any number. He's a big dude. Or bigger dude. I'll tell you what, though, there's a number of guys on our team that are American that are really good. My favorite player right now in the Tigers is Riley Green. And then I like Torkelson after that. Carpenter, I think Carpenter's injured, though, right now. Or maybe not. And then Magano is this new kid that's come on, and he's hot. Got a hot bat. So nothing else? Nothing else? Larry, what else did you do this weekend? Anything?
Oh, yeah. Carried furniture around the house. We had new floors put in through the whole house. So we had everything that was in the rest of the house put in all 4 bedrooms.
How the floors turn out, buddy?
Wonderful.
Are you happy?
Very happy.
Okay. How's your wife?
Ecstatic.
Is she loving it?
She's loving the floors. There's no more transitions in the house. We used to have 3 transitions. They had
One
them in
between
every-
each addition that was
Yes.
put on the house.
Yes, one between each edition that was put on the house.
Was your house going from female to male or male to female?
It's what would we call that? Translakish?
Yeah, translakish. So what the
It's a house
what
on a
the
lake, so it's
installer actually did was the kitchen was just a little bit higher than the rest.
Yeah.
So he brought the dining room up to the kitchen, and then he brought the living room up to the dining room.
Okay.
And so we did that with that Luan stuff. So,
Yeah. How many additions are on your house? Do you know?
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
you want to know?
Dude, this isn't one of the election things where we hide the numbers. Tell us what they are.
3.
3 additions.
3 additions. They added on the kitchen.
They
The
built-
house, the original house stopped at the kitchen. Then they added a dining room and 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Then they added a living room and the master bedroom. And then me and
So were
my-
they going back up the hill, or were they going
Going
towards
out
the lake?
towards the lake.
Towards the lake.
Yes.
Now, when was your house originally built?
Oh, I think the original part of the house was built about 1930, I think.
Is that a natural lake or is that a dam?
That's a dam.
But when
It's
was
a
the
dam lake.
Dam lake. When was the dam put in?
Not sure. Right around the same time, a little before that, in the 20s perhaps. Used to be Lake Tyrone. Tyrone used to be a farm, and
Okay.
the farmer built a small dam
To make a rake.
to make a pond for all of his livestock.
Nice.
So he was a cattle farmer. So he had a
I'm always curious about those because if they're moving the house further and further towards the lake, was it initially the lake was bigger and receded and so they felt like it, or was it just always there and they just built it higher up on the hill because?
Well, I know that the kids when he died, his kids inherited the property, and one of them says, "Hey, let's cut down the trees and then flood it all, and we can make a lake and sell off all the property and make a lot of money." So that's what
the
they
way to do
did.
it. That's the way to do it.
So
And you
that-
know what? They also stipulate when they make those orders like that,
yeah,
they also stipulate that the road it has to be less wide than an actual vehicle, so that when you drive down it, it feels like you're going to hit everything.
Isn't there
That's
like
that's a total stipulation for lake.
Isn't for Lake
roads.
Tyrone? Isn't there like some legend about some like sunken treasure or something like that?
Legend holds.
There
no,
was
I
a
don't-
boat that sank.
There
and
was well,
sunken. Yeah, I
the
heard.
boat. I think the boat actually was salvaged, but there was a lot of booty, if you will, that remains in the bottom of the lake, including serial numbers of several items at the bottom.
treasure-
That's the treasure. That's
yeah, the
allegedly.
treasure chest.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Larry, do you know anything about that?
Yes, sadly, a few Februarys ago, I struck an iceberg on Lake Tyrone in my pontoon boat and lost all my firearms.
Okay, that checks out.
Did you actually strike an iceberg?
Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati. Oh, Larry has a Larry.
Is my Google open? That's one we need to get. We need to get that soundbite. Illuminati confirmed. All right, Larry, you're being called out in the chat. Go ahead. We won't say the name that they're trying to use.
Well, Larry can look at the chat and see what name is said.
Yeah,
but,
we'll see what name it is.
It's an order for you, Larry. You get down to the LCRP command center right now. There is some clown who doesn't know that the demon KKK rats are the real racists. That's an order.
And that's an order is in all caps.
That's an order.
So, dude, you're in trouble.
And then you got a.
Jeff Mayo says,
Well,
y'all.
you know, just because the Democrats created the KKK way back when, and just because now they hire them to go to places like Charlottesville.
SPLC.
Yes. The SPLC, and wasn't Jocelyn Benson?
I think she worked for the SPLC.
Wasn't she on the board
She
of
was
the
on the board.
SPLC at
Yeah.
the time? So
Yeah.
that's why we call her Jassa Clan.
Jassa Clan Benson.
Jaka Clan.
Jaka Clan.
Jaka Clan. Jaka Clan.
Listen, Jeffrey Ameo, I appreciate you being in the chat, but listen, Jeff's telling us that we need to shut up and stop talking about Lake Tyrone, boy, because they'd be like Lake Tyrone and Lake Darrell and Lake Shakira. Now I think you're trolling.
Yeah, we like it when Jeff Ameo comes on the show.
Yeah. Too much. Too much. Larry, do you want to do some of your Midwestern? Or you want to get some of that?
Some of the
Or your
Midwestern
your
stuff.
Larry's lightning
Well, I
storm?
was trying to watch this election,
Lightning
but
storm.
I just can't find it.
We need to. All right, so that's another one. Find the Google tab or the
Is
Chrome?
this, which on the Chrome browser?
yeah. Find the Chrome tab, and it'll ask you if it's me.
Okay,
Right?
do you want me to make a drive or?
No, just go to me,
Yeah, I'm on you.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a?
No, just go click up top, do plus, do a new document.
That's what I mean. You want me to do a new doc?
Yeah, but you go in the drive. Yeah, go in the
Well,
drive.
I'm going to Drive. And then
Yeah,
I'll
make a
do-
new
do-
doc.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Make a new doc. Okay.
And do Teddy's sound bites, maybe?
I'm just gonna do soundbite
I want
to-do
it to be
list.
Teddy's. Stop. The chat is out of control.
Hang on, let me.
I'm gonna have to look at the chat.
Dude, it's out of control.
Hey, what is going on in that
Dude,
chat room?
you're not.
Yeah,
it's not even right. You people must have had a good.
It's like Jim. It's like Al Pacino in The Irishman.
I do need to ask, since Jeff Amayo's chiming in there, did the Memorial Day weekend remain strangleless? Was there anybody that you did you manage to make it through the weekend without strangling anybody? Just inquiring minds want to know. That's there. Stop.
Oh, all these random accounts.
You know
commenting.
what?
I wonder if it's like one guy.
I wonder if it's one guy.
managing all 10 of these accounts.
Yeah, and the other thing I wonder is why he's never created one just straight up called the "This is my brain troll," because that's what you're doing with all the accounts is trolling me.
Well, we
shit,
got. I'm
I
not
don't
even gonna read
celebrate
the. I'm
that.
not even gonna read the second name.
Yeah,
Not the other. Not the first one. The second one.
yeah, don't. Yeah, we can't read those. That's for chat only. Shit, I don't celebrate that yo people shit.
Yep. White T. White. That's how they say
Yite,
white.
white.
That's
Are
how-
our
Whitey,
Mexicans
white.
hitting the balls better than their Mexicans?
Wow, another account joining in too. I'm not even gonna.
The child therapist, Dr. Ellis. Okay. It does show more people watching.
I think
it might be separate
I
accounts.
think half our audience is
Yes.
Chatbots?
these
Yeah.
troll accounts.
And a
These-
special shout out to our friend Clayton watching the show tonight.
Oh, hey, Clayton.
Is that another troll account?
I'm still waiting for you guys. I threw the call out earlier for those of you trolling in chat, just to post in there what you did for Memorial Day. And if you have anybody in your family that died in the line of service, we would like to give them a shout out. And so far, the only one that did that was Gypsy Magic saying that he just relaxed.
Well, I mean, I don't have any family members that died in service, but I do have some that served that have passed on.
Well, that's okay. We'll do that too.
So I'd like to give a shout out to my grandpa, Roger Grumps. He served in Vietnam from 68 to 69.
Okay.
He was drafted, was a radio specialist,
Okay.
U.S. Army, and then my great-grandpa, John Garr, he was U.S. Army, served from 41 to 45 in World War II.
Okay.
Was part of the Cav detachment of the 8th Infantry Division.
Okay.
So he served in Hawaii, Aleutian Islands, Mariana Islands, Philippines, Japan.
Did you get to know them?
I didn't know my Grandpa Rumps. He died when I was like around 1 year old.
Okay.
But I remember my great grandpa. He was around until I was like 6.
Did he ever talk about it? Did he ever tell stories?
Not that I remember, but
It's very interesting, Larry. Maybe you can chime into this, but
and there was just one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My great grandpa Sanderson, Uper.
Uper, eh?
Uper. And he was a combat engineer. He was in Normandy and the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh wow.
I know a couple of those combat engineers.
Okay.
I do.
The Battle of the Bulge is always an interesting thing to me. Do you guys see that there's a brand new movie coming out this Friday?
The Devil Wears Prada too.
That came out last month, and we don't want to hear about your proclivities, Larry.
Well, is Anne Hathaway in it?
Yeah,
Then I'm going to go see it.
of course you are.
Maybe.
Come on.
Maybe.
Adding that to the
Come on, Larry.
Anne
list.
Hathaway is
I'm adding it to the
smoking
list. Come
hot.
on, man.
This guy. You know the 3 movies I've heard Larry talk about now? Devil Wears Prada 2, The Handmaid's Tale. I guess that's,
That's
not a
not
movie.
a
That's a
movie,
TV
that's a
series.
show, yeah.
And what's the other one? For a movie or for a series you hated, you go, have you ever seen it? It's really bad. Don't watch it. But you should see it.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, it was like you want to snatch through the TV and start choking motherfuckers.
Come on, man.
It's like, really?
Come
You're
on,
gonna
man.
treat a woman like that? Not in front of me.
What do you got, Teddy? Oh, Pressure. It's called Pressure. Pressure. It is in the tense 72 hours before D-Day. General Dwight D. Eisenhower and Captain James Stagg face an impossible choice to launch the most dangerous seaborne invasion in history or risk losing the war altogether. And so it stars Andrew Scott, Brendan Fraser, and Kerry Condon. But I just started seeing the trailer, and I'm like, dude, how have I not heard of this? I really like. When they're done right and they capture the true history of it, or at least stay close to it. War movies are very. How do you say you like them? I like them, but it's war, so it's difficult. What do you got, buddy?
Ken Paxton is the projected winner of the Texas.
How many votes are in?
We still have. We have 49% of the vote in, but Ken Paxton is the projected winner.
Well, that means that at this point they believe that there aren't enough votes out for the challenger, Paxton's challenger, to win.
Okay.
That's what that means. Projected. That's what they base their projections on. Is there,
Big K says Heartland built a beautiful Veterans Memorial. It's a must-see.
Just
Yes.
can you describe it, or can we pull it up?
It's
or I'll try to pull it up.
it's at Settlers Park by the town hall.
Yeah.
I don't know. You saw it, Larry?
Yeah, I was at the dedication. I'm a veteran. I got an invitation.
Yeah, it's a very nice addition to Settlers Park. I put my family put free bricks in the. You could. What they had is that there's bricks where you could buy a brick for the part of the monument. You could have like a veteran's name in there, past or present. You could say, and it would have their name, rank, what branch.
Do you think this goes from being the diorama to the actual?
That's basically what it was.
I'm just wondering if it went from.
That's what it looks like, except that's a model.
It's a model.
That's what I'm saying. The diorama. Did it go to the actual?
Yep.
So this says it was officially dedicated on May 2nd. So this was just
It was a month ago.
a few weeks ago. Do they have actual photos? I'm gonna try to find.
They got photos of the bricks down there that would be laid out across the mountain.
Where's that at?
Yep.
Oh, those are some of the bricks there.
Yep.
You know, I specifically made macaroni and cheese and not baked beans to prevent you from having flatulence on the show, and yet you're still tormenting me. Just glad the microphones aren't picking him up like I am. Okay, so those are good. Those are really cool. So they're honoring a lot of people there. Nice. Let me see if I can find some other. Go back and find some images. There has to be some images. I want to find an image with Larry.
Probably see that one right there where it's dark, but shows
that's
some
cool.
of it.
That's really cool.
Didn't I share a bunch of pictures here a month ago?
I don't remember anything like that.
I would have gone to the dedication, but I was in Canada at the time, so
Canada pulled you away.
it's true.
Canada pulled you away, dude.
Canuckistan.
It's not cool. Canuckistan.
It was a fun time.
I get it. We all gotta choose our battles, man.
You went to the
Oh,
red
come on,
light.
Mike.
You went to the red light district in Toronto.
Well, what's the legal drinking age up there now? Still
19.
19. Not that you're at 23, but I mean,
I didn't really do that much drinking up there, surprisingly.
lots of weed.
Nope, not even.
Acid?
Nope, nothing.
Chasing Canadian women.
Were you chasing Canuck skirt?
No.
He's like, no, Mom. No Canadian? You were just hung out with buddies.
I just hang out with my buddies.
What'd you do up there? Did you
Just drove around, went to all these different places.
You were touristing?
Touristing, yeah.
Touristing.
Touristing.
Now, whereabouts in Canada were you actually, where you were at?
Toronto.
In Toronto. Okay.
Toronto way.
Oh, yeah, that's, okay. Everybody's got to go to a foreign country and find out what's wrong.
Good food there. Cheaper, too, than here.
Yeah, get you a lot of curry goat.
No, we didn't.
There's a pretty heavy-duty population of,
Yes,
My
there
wife
is.
tried to get me to go to Toronto once to see some stupid play about a lion, the Lion King. I'm like,
Why don't you just go to the Detroit Opera House? They have like the Lion King every other year, it seems like.
well, this was like a long time ago.
Ah,
This was like a long time ago, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to Canada for that reason or any other. So she took the
I've
girls
been
and they
to-
went by themselves.
I did a ministry thing in Toronto before,
Did you?
and I stayed with,
And you didn't end up in jail?
no, this was pre-lockdown.
Well, they don't put people in just for lockdown. There's a guy sitting in jail for street preaching.
Yeah, that's post-lockdown.
That was before the lockdown.
You think so?
Yeah.
Was he being accosted or being aggressive in his street preaching?
I don't know. I think he just mentioned Jesus to somebody as they walked by.
Are you ready over
I
there,
don't know.
Larry?
See, you don't have freedom of speech in Canuckistan.
You don't. This is very true.
Yes.
Are you ready over there?
I am ready. I'm gonna open up with a nice story
It doesn't
here
seem like you're ready
in the Midwesterner.
because I see another screen on my monitor.
I wonder why.
What tabs do you got open?
The Midwesterner.
All right, I'm going to go to your laptop and let's see what's up. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
See?
Yep. I'll see it.
Jazzaclan Benson wants to charge Mike Cox $10,000 to give him her SPLC records in 8 weeks.
In 8 weeks.
would that be in the 8 weeks? Would that be before or after the primary? Michigan. When's the Michigan primary?
8
August.
weeks?
Is it 8 weeks?
8 weeks? Well,
No, it's
no,
like
it would
10
be
it's-
just before. It would be, they'd already
So
be voting.
even if it was like August, it still wouldn't make that big of an impact if stuff
Yes.
came out.
Former Michigan Attorney General Mike Cox is demanding Secretary of State Jazzaclan Benson immediately release records tied to her past involvement with the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's the SPLC, Socialists, Progressives, and Lying Communists, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. After her office responded to the Freedom of Information Act request with a nearly $10,000 fee and an estimated 6 to 8 week delay.
How do you determine a fee for a Freedom of Information Act?
That's what I was just looking up.
You, as Secretary of State, you say, do I want that person to have this information?
That's it. There's no legal.
So they have, from what I understand, they have a the FOIA request. They can do something. I'm trying to look it up because I know there's a bill right now in Lansing. When was this? This was in January of last year.
Jeremy,
You got it?
screen.
Oh. Well, I was reading it to myself. My bad. This was a bill that would allow Michiganders to request records from state legislators, government's office. The bill passed unanimously. Oh, this is freedom of information from the from the government. But there was a bill that was out there to reduce the fees or standardize the fees for Freedom of Information Acts, because different organizations can set their own. Oh, it's going to cost us $80 an hour, and it might take 30 hours to get all that stuff put together. You're like, what if I just pulled a transcript from your last publicly broadcast meeting and you send me the two pieces of paper that you were talking about?
Yes.
There was a.
And they go, no, if you want a transcript of it, we're going to have to charge
There was
you.
a reporter, local Michigan reporter that goes around to all these like towns and all that, trying like to record their meetings. 'Cause they can't afford a camera or something like that, I suppose.
No.
And every time he goes there, for the most part, they're all iffy about him recording a public meeting, government meeting.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah. So I didn't know if there was like some framework of, there was like a way of like determining how much a Freedom of Information Act costs, but
Well,
Or
I'm
is it
seeing
just like
different
ar-
articles, but I know there was something
is
recently.
it just like arbitrationally?
I am sure that there is.
John Bovey says they try to compute the time to not only compile the info, but they spend more time redacting various things as well.
Correct. And you also have to remember,
that there's a Democrat trying to hide something.
this is very true.
Because JASA clan doesn't want all the information to go out before.
That reminds me of something, right? There are these files that didn't exist, but then they did exist.
And then they didn't exist again.
And then they didn't exist again, and now
And now they,
redacted.
I do remember that.
What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm going to change the subject real quick, and then we'll go back to the Midwestern. I got a story here for Teddy, but what do you think about all these videos being released that Trump have released of all these UFOs? Do you believe in UFOs?
I do not.
Do you not?
I don't think so.
You think they're demons?
Well,
I know.
think
I know a popular.
Could they be
Talking- I know-
demonic spirits?
I know there was a
Orbs?
popular talking point where people think that aliens are actually demons, meant to misguide people. So I think before you go, I'll just say I think the UFO stuff, especially now. I mean, if you think like they're trying to hide anything, I mean, UFOs have been on the History Channel, like a mainstream conspiracy thing for a while.
ancient
so
aliens.
yeah, so I don't think the UFOs are really a big. think
Illuminati
it-
confirmed.
It's the UFOs are just more like, oh, look over there, look at the aliens, and then instead
Look at the aliens over there.
But to your point,
So there's three things that I look at. One, I've been actually listening to Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel, the prophet, this past week, periodically turning it on. It opens up chapter 1 with him having a vision of God and seeing wheels within wheels, and fire and beasts with 4 different heads, one head with 4 faces, the face of an animal, I think an animal, an ox, a bear, and a eagle. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Anyways, so I believe that there are angelic beings that we have never encountered before that are crazy, wild, just going off the description from Ezekiel alone. But then you read the book of Jasher, you read the book of Enoch. There's other creatures that are described in there that are crazy, wild looking. So I think if certain people have seen them in the past, then there's potential manifestations for us to see them. I do think that there are also demonic apparitions that happen. I also think that there are technologies that the government has that we have never seen. On top of that, if you look up Project Blue Book, it was one of the things in Project Blue Book, and I think I want to. Project Blue Book had in it. Let's see. Project Blue Book. Study of unidentified flying objects in the United States. But one of the things that was also involved in Project Blue Book, we could read the CIA Wikipedia, but Project Blue Book also, they were trying to not only implement or study unidentified flying objects, but also invent them themselves. So I've recently heard some people describing incidents where they've seen lights in the sky, and they're flying, and they're moving at extreme speeds and stopping suddenly, and then moving again, and then stopping and moving, and then converging and coming together. And I go, okay, what if those are simply 3D or holographic light projections in the sky? Because the speeds that these people are talking about, different eyewitnesses are talking about, are impossible by what technology is publicly known. Whatever technology is publicly available, the speeds that they're talking about are impossible. Now, that doesn't mean that the government doesn't possess technology that could be possible, but an easier explanation, and you always, what's that, Occam's razor? Is that what the easiest answer tends to be the correct one?
I don't think so.
What's the one, look that up. What, the easiest answer tends to be the correct one. What's the name of that one? But I look at it from, they have tried to do,
Spock used to quote that all the time.
yeah, the simplest, the easiest answer.
You want to know who made that quote?
Yeah. Well, it's got a name.
Occam's razor.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Occam's razor. So the easiest answer tends to be the correct one. So I look at it from a standpoint of, they've been working on holographic projections in the sky for years. And I've learned about this back in the 80s because one of the things they wanted to do and they were really pushing towards was trying to deceive the Christian church into believing that Christ had returned by putting a hologram of Jesus in the sky and doing a bunch of other stuff. And they've done some of that, not the Jesus part, but they've done some of the holographs in the sky. Given the right conditions, they've projected things on the sky that tripped a bunch of people out, and then they like, no, we're just messing around. Look up, Teddy, look up holograms, sky holograms.
Like Project Bluebeam?
No, just look up sky holograms. And so I think, but Teddy and I fundamentally would probably agree on this, all of that's to distract. Because if I don't explain that it's demons or angels or holograms, then my ultimate goal is to distract people from what may be going on. Remember what Reagan said? Reagan said that, how did he phrase that?
I would just look up to everyone in the audience, and I was actually talking to Tina about this a while back, and Tina didn't even know. It's a Project Bluebeam, which is...
Yeah, that's what I was looking up myself. Reagan on extraterrestrial invasion. So one of the things that Reagan talked about was that there could potentially be an alien invasion that would catalyze and unite the entire world. Is the paraphrasing of that. One of his 5 times he mentioned an alien threat. Some link it to the night of 1974, but he also said it during being president. But he talked about how an alien invasion could be something outside of these worldwide conflicts that would unite us as a human race against an outside force. What do you got, Teddy?
Sergei Monast, who was the, I guess the guy behind Project Bluebeam or it going out.
Yep.
His basically whole thing was the conspiracy theory, which basically says that a world government would try and destroy Abrahamic religions, replacing them with a New Age belief system based on NASA technology, and would involve a fake alien invasion or fake alien encounter meant to deceive the world. Uniting into a world government.
Yes.
And that would, and what you're saying, and that would include holograms. That was like the main thing of Project Bluebeam was like holograms for the most part.
Which is very interesting. Another one that's very, obviously people know a lot about Roswell. I actually listened to somebody years ago that said he had access to papers that explained Roswell, and that there was, so here's the whole quick story. There were Japanese pilots who were specifically extremely small guys, and they were part of a cult in Japan, like a not quite a samurai cult, but a cult. And one of the things that they did in the cult was they removed their pinky fingers in the cult. So they only had 3 fingers and their thumb. And they were extremely small guys. And the Japanese government drafted them and put them into special balloons that would get carried by the natural trade winds into the United States. And they're claiming that that crash was it 1948 when they crashed?
47.
47. So they were saying that there was still things that were going on, and that was part of that operation.
Well, China's good at balloons. If you remember, they had one in the man cave.
Well, this was
Not back in 47. China was still in a civil war back in 47.
but this was Japanese. These little
Japanese.
little Japanese guys.
Yeah.
But either way, this was because most people don't. They say, well, they never reached the mainland. Well, they actually they had little balloons and they had bats. Those were both 2 things that reached the mainland. Most people don't realize that outside of older people in California that may have experienced it, which is a long time ago. Anyways, why do you ask, Larry? What's your thoughts on the aliens?
Me? What's my thought? I think it's like demonic type stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan, so I love the fantasy.
The only aliens I believe in are in sci-fi movies.
Yes.
I
But
think
as far as real life goes,
yeah.
I think it can be more explained with demonic activity
Right.
than extraterrestrial life.
I have a laser measuring. I have a little Bosch laser measure that I use. If I'm going to measure long distances, I use my little laser and I measure, and it's really accurate. Well, I have messed with the gay fish, and I've messed with the cats, and I've messed with the chickens. They all see the laser point, but they can't distinguish that laser point is not a real thing that's moving around. They chase it around. The fish have chased it. The cats chase it. The cats will chase the little laser pointer.
Oh, it was great when I had that 165-pound dog, and I get
did
that
it with
little
the dog?
laser light out, and he'd get him going
chase
back
around.
and forth.
So
Because he would nip. He would try to bite
it. Yeah.
So I would shine it on my wife's pants.
What a dick. So think about it from that perspective. All of your animals are seeing, they're seeing something, and they're perceiving it as a real thing to go after it. So now take it up a notch to a higher technology with an actual display of some kind, and people out there are seeing things. I'm not doubting that they're not seeing things, but what is it? Until you physically have it in front of you, you can't describe what I saw when I was, I think so I was 5 or 6. I was in a vehicle full of people in one of those old station wagons where you had the backwards facing seat and you could look out the back window.
Yes.
And I was in the back. My mom was with me, and we were with a whole group of her friends. And we were driving up in the UP up to the Porcupine Mountains. And I said, there's a light on, there's a blinking light on the moon. And it was one of those days where you have the full moon is out, but it's during the day. And there was a blinking light on it. And I had a whole car full of people that they're like, this, the little kid's crazy. And then they all looked. They pulled the car over.
Yeah.
And we're all trying to figure out what the hell is on the moon blinking. To this day, I can't tell you what it was.
Probably an airplane way up in the sky.
But it was stationary.
Flying just right.
Just right.
Just flying just
right.
right.
But whatever it was, there was something there. So I don't doubt phenomena, Yeah. But I don't chalk it up as swamp gas or some other expression. I think that the government holds. They had compact discs in the 50s. They have technologies that are, they've messing. Every once in a while, I'll turn on, if there's nothing on, and I just want some kind of if I'm writing or doing something on the laptop, and I'm trying to work, but I don't want to hear music, but I need something in the background because of my ADHD. I will put on old episodes of How It's Made or
I like How It's Made.
How It's Made is great. And then there was another show too.
You ever seen the M&M's episode, How It's Made?
Yeah.
M&M's? That's great.
So, but I know what it was. Military tech. They have a whole military channel now, and it would be military tech, and they've been messing with camouflage for decades, and one of the camouflage ones is where you put on this special material that has cameras on the one side and projects on the other side of the material whatever the image that it's so it looks transparent because it's taking a picture of what's in front of you and projecting it on the clothing behind you and causing you to look somewhat invisible, especially if you're in foliage that doesn't have to have, a lot of straight lines and everything like that. Well, that was back in the 90s that they were sharing it with the public. Well, if they're sharing it with us, think about the Predator movie, right? Where they had that device where you could see this shimmer or this distortion as they moved, but it was
Another excellent movie.
excellent movie. So I think of things like that when I look at this stuff. I don't just chalk it up as to
Now,
aliens.
a little earlier, you mentioned military movies or war movies.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie I watched it over the weekend. It's very good. I've seen it several times, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
All right, but Rules of Engagement.
Excellent movie.
Yes.
Travolta.
No. Rules
Or
of
no, Sam Jackson.
Samuel Jackson and Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. That's right.
Yes.
Excellent movie.
Yeah.
Excellent movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Teddy. Maybe look it up.
Waste the motherfuckers.
Rules of Engagement and General's Daughter came out, I think, real close together.
Yeah, General's
That's why
Daughter is another really
That's
good
why
movie.
I think of
Yeah.
Travolta.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of General's Daughter, I just think of the former Scientologist people trolling Travolta at the premiere, dressed up as Xenu. Who was the alien lord?
Dude.
If we're talking about aliens,
Yeah,
it circles back to aliens.
It's total circle, right?
Yeah.
Tying it all together.
Tying it all
That was
together.
that was a good old YouTube classic. It was just, John, it's me, Xenu, and the guy's just dressed up in like the gray alien costume and like a.
And he's getting trolled like a
Is
mad-
Travolta a Scientologist?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, and
Did they invent that religion for freaks in Hollywood? Is that what? Is that
Well, the thing about Scientology
I mean,
is
what,
that
what year was that?
L. Ron Hubbard, who was the guy that founded
Look it
it,
up.
was a big sci-fi writer.
Yeah.
And if you go to the, I was going through Grandma's attic in Highland a few weeks ago. There's actually a shelf that had a bunch of L. Ron Hubbard books. But L. Ron Hubbard was a major sci-fi writer.
Yeah.
Right.
And then later on, he founded
He cooked up the
Scientology.
cult?
He cooked up the cult.
Yeah.
And the esoteric knowledge is, or what you pay for, what you have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for, and
Yeah.
countless hours of auditing, is that basically there was this guy named Xenu, the space lord named Xenu, who ruled a galactic federation.
getting deep on the show. I love it.
And he thought there were too many aliens or too many people in the overpopulation, and so he dumped the aliens in a volcano, and then the alien souls came out of the volcano, and then they went into the humans.
Teddy knows this because of the couple of Scientology episodes of South Park.
That was a part of it. But then it wasn't that hard to get into the rabbit hole of L. Ron Hubbard and.
So wasn't L. Ron Hubbard? He was a science fiction writer first.
He was a big
and then
sci-fi writer.
I think he saw an angle and he's like, I
How
can
come
make
Gene
people think this.
Roddenberry didn't start a cult?
What was his quote?
Because he was trying to make TV
what
shows.
But I guess you could.
What
I
was
guess,
L. Ron Hubbard quote? Was like, if you want to get quick rich or something, start a religion or something like
Well,
that.
I guess you could. I mean, the following of Star Wars and Star Trek is kind of cult-ish.
Well,
Cult.
so
But
if you
like-
think,
But it's a suspension of disbelief, right?
Correct.
Right.
But compared to Scientology, where you are kind of you don't know what they really believe until you pay a lot of money and you do all this like.
and then once you're in,
brainwashing. Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of an Amway seminar. It's like you don't know until it's right at the end. And you're like, oh shit, I already signed the papers.
It's
I
like,
guess I better go for
well,
it.
the strategy is they're like a self-help kind of group, right? They will like they have this like technology that'll audit you and make you feel better.
Right.
And then, this is the more and more money you go in, the more brainwash you get in. Then they teach you about
Correct.
I mean, like, it's like they went up front and told you the truth. It was like, oh yeah, Darth Vader cast all the rebels in the Mustafar, and
So I think if you were asking about Gene Roddenberry versus an L. Ron Hubbard, L. Ron Hubbard wrote sci-fi and then saw an angle, because it never became a movie. It was never a media. It was a book, but it was never a media thing. He saw an angle to turn it into something else beyond the books. Whereas if you look at Gene Roddenberry took what his sci-fi and wanted to, if you look at the original Star Trek TV show, he had this utopian view of the future, and that all of our enemies would be external aliens, and that that the American race would have evolved to the point where we don't have greed and we don't need salaries. And if you look, that's a theme throughout Star Trek, where they
Yeah, nobody is paid.
until you get to Deep Space Nine
Yeah.
with the Ferengi doing
Yeah.
the gold pressed latinum. Nobody else talks about money from that standpoint, but the aliens do. Klingons had some things going on with them that were, payment based, but they were more of a conquering kingdom, so they only needed money to make new ships. So that was his thing, was bringing that utopian potential of future and finding our enemies external. Lucas wanted to simply tell the ancient tales, ancient stories in a futuristic setting. But if you look at all of them, especially the original Star Wars, it's a complete trope on it. There's elements of the Seven Samurais in the movies. There's elements of the hero's journey is all the way through there. You've got in the original Star Wars, you've got the old wizard, you've got the damsel princess who has strength, but she's also in distress and needs to be rescued. You've got the young unknown hero who doesn't know he's a hero until he's forced into that journey by the wizard, by the old wizard.
Speaking of Journey, they're coming in concert.
So when you think about it, L. Ron Hubbard took that other road, whereas Roddenberry and George Lucas wanted to tell stories, but they wanted to tell stories with their perspective. Roddenberry wanted it to be
Roddenberry was a good writer.
He was a great writer. Yeah. He actually wrote for a bunch of other TV shows.
Sure.
A ton of stuff. But he had this futuristic view that in the future the human race would evolve into a less greedy, and we would just have to deal with alien races that were. So he took the worst of humanity and projected onto the aliens externally, and hoped that there would still be some conflicts, but he expected us to be more evolved. Whereas Lucas, when he wrote Star Wars, he purposely wanted C-3PO to be dirty and not taken care of, and the ships to be, look at this, walking into the Millennium Falcon. What a piece of junk. Everything was meant to be worn out and look like it had been there for years, versus a lot of the sci-fi movies leading up to that had these polished, pristine, beautiful looking ships. And Lucas wanted it to be something that felt, which is always funny to me, that a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you're like, all right, how about way, way in the future in a galaxy far, far away? That would have been my thought process. He chose to put it as a past trope, but so far removed from us that you could have that suspension of belief and enjoy watching the sci-fi of it.
Yep.
So here it says Roddenberry wrote for the Jane Wyman Theater, 1955 to 1958.
Yeah.
The West Point Story, 1956 to 1958. Bat Masterson, 1959 to 1961. Naked City, 1958 to 1963. Highway Patrol, 1955 to 1959. Have Gun Will Travel, 1957 to 1963. The Lieutenant, 1963 and 1964. And Star Trek, the original series, 1966 through 1969. He later wrote movies including Genesis 2, 1973, Planet Earth, 1974, The Quester Tapes, 1974, and Star Trek The Next Generation, 1987 through 1991.
Oh, he did help write on that series.
So, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hey, Teddy, do you know what Star Trek and toilet paper have in common? They both circle Uranus in search of Klingons.
It's disgusting.
My Star Trek,
So fucking
I only watched like one episode of the old TV show.
I can't
Yeah.
take the old TV show.
Yeah, the original series.
So campy, dude.
I
mean, a couple episodes, like I did, like
the
Trouble
one.
with Trouble.
My only experience with Star Trek is I watched one episode in the TV show, the old one where like the captain was fighting like the lizard guy. It was like a really bad lizard costume, and then the
Dude,
angel,
that's the huge
and then
trope.
the angel people appear out of nowhere, and then there was a game called Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Okay.
It was like a VR game, and you and 3 other friends could be like the crew of a Star Trek ship.
Nice. I did like the one where Spock and Kirk have to fight because the aliens make them fight.
But
the only reason is because of the movie Cable Guy, where Jim Carrey's character, he says they're at medieval times and they have to fight each other out in the arena at medieval times, and he's like, it's like Spock when they had to fight Kirk in Star Trek. And he starts doing the theme song of it. And then you find out from watching behind the scenes stuff on the making of the movie that Carrey kind of improvised that.
That guy
all
has
that shit.
so much facial control.
He's
It's
crazy,
like
dude.
he like, I was watching some of his early stuff
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook one time, one of those little Facebook videos.
Yeah.
And like he was changing his facial features to look like the people he was imitating.
That was one of his first comedy like VHS releases back then was called Jim Carrey Rubberface.
Yes.
Something like that, Rubberface or. Anyways, you were asking earlier. You said Rules of Engagement.
Yes.
That was 2000, right at 2000.
Yes.
Tommy Lee Jones, Sam Jackson. Also.
Yeah, and what that is.
Guy Pearce, which was great. Oh man, there's a ton. Ben Kingsley's in it. Ann Archer, Bruce Greenwood, Blair Underwood, Philip Baker Hall.
Now Philip Baker Hall.
Dale Dye. He was an actual military colonel, I believe, that starred in a ton of movies as colonel.
Yeah. Philip Baker Hall, you might remember from being the boss of he was Jim Carrey's boss in Bruce Almighty.
Yes. Yeah, he's in a ton of movies.
Yes.
One of his last roles was in.
Tommy Lee Jones was in The Fugitive.
Yeah, one of his last roles was in. I'm going to look it up right here live on the show.
Tommy Lee Jones actually went fishing on my dad's boat.
One of his last ones was. The hell is it? Can't be that far down. Is this backwards? Or is he the wrong guy? No, I know he was in it. Oh, that's right. It wasn't one of his last roles. It was the other actor in there that was his last role. He was a main character in. Why am I drawing a blank on the show? It's over there. Magnolia. As soon as I find it, I'm going to punch on it. This is how you get 6 degrees of separation. There's a
Right there, right there.
Magnolia, okay. And he plays the main character, Jimmy Gator, in that. But the guy that I was thinking of that it was his last role was another famer, is Jason Robard. Jason Robard dies or plays a dying TV mogul in that movie, dying of cancer, and a year later he dying of lung cancer, and a year later he died of lung cancer. So this is saying there was one more that was on there. I thought it was his very last role, or maybe it was released. Sometimes movies they can say when they were. Oh, it's a TV movie. So maybe it was his last movie. Anyway, so going back and forth on these ones.
Julianne Moore, she was smoking hot in her day.
Yeah, she was in that Magnolia.
Cute little redhead.
So rules of engagement, that was the one you brought up,
Uh-huh.
Larry, and I was thinking about John Travolta, not Tommy Lee Jones.
Tina says
Yeah.
Because-
the Holmes man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that is an excellent.
So The
movie.
General's Daughter came out in 1999, so that's why I was conflating the two,
Yeah.
because there was a bunch of really good, I'm trying to think of what was the one with,
Yeah, John Travolta was the
what was
investigator in that movie, wasn't he? Wasn't he investigating the
Yes.
death of the daughter?
yes, and
Yeah,
I want
and-
to say what was,
And the guy from Star Trek played the guy from one of the Star Trek movies. Played her father. What character was that in Star Trek? Do you remember? Who was
Which
the
one?
Who was
in what movie?
in The General's Daughter?
Oh, James Cromwell
James-
played
is that-
Zephyrin Cochrane
Zephyrin Cochrane.
in
That is correct.
Star Trek.
Yes.
First Contact.
First Contact.
Yeah,
Yes, that is
excellent.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
an excellent movie.
So-
My favorite was Generations, but First Contact is second favorite.
Malcolm McDowell in there was phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
You know what I didn't like though? They didn't bring back Spock and Bones,
Yeah.
because if you look at the dialogue or listen to the dialogue that Chekhov and Scotty say, it was supposed to be written for Spock and Bones, but the two actors refused to come back.
I wonder
Contract disputes, something like that,
Oh.
something along that lines. And they were, I think part of it was that they were only in that introductory episode, the scenes
why. Actually,
where the ship goes through the ripple,
Yeah.
and they get sucked into the vortex.
yeah, of the original series, my favorite was Scotty.
You like Jimmy Doohan?
I liked Jimmy Doohan. He could fix anything.
He could. I love it. What's one of the what movie is it where he goes? He goes, I know this ship like the back of my hand, and he walks into a bulkhead and knocks himself out.
Yeah, knocks himself
That's
out.
that's hilarious.
That was hilarious.
The other one is when he gets in the elevator and the computer says something to him. He goes, and he's in the elevator. He goes, up your shaft. And then there.
How about this one? How about this one?
Computer.
Computer.
Hello, computer.
Hello, computer.
He's like, just use the keyboard. Oh, the keyboard. Dude, he's hilarious. That's one of my favorites. Is Voyage Home. Actually, I love
Transparent aluminum.
transparent aluminum. Should I just head escape? No. Yeah, all three of the Wrath of Khan. I'll do periodically if I'm working in here on something. If I'm doing trim work or doing something in here where I know I'm going to be inside, there's times where I'll throw on Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and Voyage Home.
Do you have First Contact?
Dude, I got the whole box.
Do you? We'll have to watch that on the big screen.
Oh, dude, it's
That'd be
incredible.
great. First
It's
time.
incredible. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in the theater.
I actually enjoyed all four of the Next Generation movies.
Yes.
Even though the last one was like pretty much a bomb, but Star Trek Nemesis, the last one,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's Tom Hardy was in it playing the clone of Picard.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I really didn't like that one.
But the ones with the Borg,
Yeah.
that First Contact one,
Yes.
phenomenal.
Now, if you ever want to watch, Teddy, I'll tell you what, if you ever want to watch a great Star Trek episode, just look up Star Trek The Next Generation, The War of Both Worlds. It is
Isn't that a two-part?
two-part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two-part, and you'll learn about the Borg. Mm-hmm. And it's
That's
one
the one
of
where that's the one where Picard is first taken captive and becomes Locutus of the Borg.
Yes. And also, it is one of the rare episodes where they actually separate the saucer section
Yes.
of the Enterprise. It doesn't happen often.
No, but in the what was the movie? The one where they find Data, not Generation, not Nemesis. The one between First Contact and Nemesis is the one where they find Data's brother,
Yeah,
cyborg brother,
right.
on the planet. Don't they crash on that one? There's one where they crash.
That where they crash is that's when number 1 takes over the bridge of the Enterprise. Captain Kirk gets trapped. I believe that's Generations.
Well, is it Generations where they
I
crash?
believe. Yes.
You could be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the cinematography, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
where
that's
the
great.
ship
Watching
is crashing.
watching the
saucer.
saucer come down and
Yeah.
yeah, that was like bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted
They
to run
wrecked
over
it.
and grab my collections to see what the fourth movie the
So,
movie I'm thinking of.
Well, you can do that. I'll get back to the Midwest.
Yeah, get back to Midwestern.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Whitmer's legacy. How about
Oh.
this? Whitmer's legacy. 55% of Michigan restaurants report a decline, worse than the national average.
Teddy, would you like to comment on that? You work in the restaurant industry, but you work in a
Teddy,
phenomenal. He works in a
Teddy
phenomenal
is
restaurant.
our
so
restaurant expert.
but he's
I
the
wouldn't say
exception
I'm
because
an expert. That'd be a question for.
well,
Well, you talked about. I mean.
yeah, but you work in the restaurant industry. Have you seen a decline? How long have you worked at the restaurant?
3 years. Almost.
3 years. So have you seen a decline?
I think this year, from what I've seen, we're not getting as much catering as what we
Okay.
usually get. But
Okay.
that's what I've noticed so far.
There's not as much catering traffic through there?
Not as much catering traffic this year. We usually get
Maybe
a lot.
somebody that knows that could chime in since they all got code names in their chat.
We'll have to throw a party
But-
now at the man cave.
Absolutely. But I say you're the exception because the really good restaurants still, one of the things they say that even in a depression, restaurants
you
and
didn't tell
churches
Larry-
will
you
stay.
All right. Well, here's a
You didn't tell
Restaurant,
Larry-
churches, and brothels
Here's
will
a
stay open.
challenge. Here's a challenge for everybody in chat. Whoever makes the biggest donation gets to choose which Star Trek movie we watch at our catered party.
I don't think Larry, you weren't here last week, but Jeremy went to Chopsky's finally last Tuesday.
Oh, you went to Chopsky's last Tuesday?
Pierogies, street chicken, Glumke,
That's street chicken, shitty chicken.
shitty chicken.
Shitty
City, yes, city chicken. That's what it was,
Shitty.
not street chicken. City chicken.
Yeah.
And meatballs over a bed of egg noodles with gravy.
You ate all that?
Oh yeah,
You didn't have the Glumke.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I had all four.
Oh.
And Jocelyn, so we took Jocelyn to her one of her college. We sat with her college counselor,
Yeah.
and he showed her how to navigate and sign up for her classes and everything like that. So we were in the office, and on the way back, I said, "We've got to go." We're on our way back from Oakland, and on our way back, I said, I started texting Teddy. I'm like, "You working? What time you?" And he's like, "Yeah, we don't open till 11:30." I'm like, "All right." I'm like 11:35. We were walking in the doors. No, it was 11. I think we got there late.
You got
the time
there
we
late.
got there because we stopped off at Hobby Lobby to look at graduation stuff for Jazzy's graduation party here. But it was great stuff. I split a platter, but then Jazzy, she had her own chicken sandwich. She loved it.
Good.
It was good food. And I ate my leftovers the next day.
Well, here's
all right, what's another one?
Here's another story.
Shout out the Chopskis.
Yes.
Shout out to Chopsky's. Awesome.
Yes.
Did anybody chime in and chat about
No.
that? Okay.
Macomb County Clerk Anthony Forlini flags another 198 non-citizens reporting for jury duty so far in 2026, including 11 who are registered to vote.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Well, he's our guy that's running in for Secretary of State. So he's showing us that he's going to stay on top of things.
yes.
I appreciate that.
Yep. And who's running for Secretary of State on the other side? Isn't it Lieutenant Governor running for Secretary of State?
Because they didn't want him to run
What's
for.
that loser's name? I can't remember his name.
Garland Gilchrist or something like
Yes,
that?
Garbage Gilchrist. I mean Garland Gilchrist. Sorry, did I mispronounce that?
It's okay if the Lieutenant Governor of the.
It's not like we're
A
talking about
loser.
Alyssa Slutskin.
Dude,
Can't wait for Larry.
to keep her name out your mouth.
Larry, you got to think of all three Senate candidates for the Dems, and like you got to have some good nicknames for them.
Yeah.
Got to get your.
Go full Trump on them. Get some Pocahontas and do you criticize all women?
Well,
as
we
being-
can talk like Haley Stevens.
Oh my God! I put it. Did you see I have it? Did you see I have it in the notes?
What's that? No,
like only two things I have in the notes from the brain freeze. Dugan drops out,
Yes.
and Haley Stevens' ad make most viewers want to puke. Dude, her ads when they pop up, I'm like, who is this horrible, disgusting person?
Oh, she's terrible.
I was like, she made me look her up because I don't want to pay attention to those idiots. I'm like, God, she's horrible.
These people are crazy.
They are. And then the only other thing that I wrote in our notes, because I forgot to put it in for Teddy, and Teddy reminded me, Tulsi Gabbard resigned. She will be done in, June 6th?
Something like that. Very soon.
What else you got, Larry, in your long storm over there, buddy?
I know, that's all I'm going to cover tonight. Pretty short.
Pretty short?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Another movie that I was thinking of, since you brought up a bunch of war movies, Courage Under Fire. Remember that one? 1996, Denzel Washington, Meg Ryan. Also, a very young Matt Damon.
Yes.
And Lou Diamond Phillips. That was a great set of movies. What's a good list of war movies?
Okay, can I share something with Haley Stevens here real quick?
If there's audio?
Yes.
Audio ready?
Yep. This is good. This is
like an
good.
old-
This
is news.
I know that, but I'm
I just want to
to
refresh
I think
everybody.
this is an old clip.
I know,
right?
but what I'm
This
trying
is
to
an
figure-
older clip.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where the trash can is, because literally,
You're in a barf?
and this is good Di Serrano, so I don't want to throw up my good Di Serrano. All right, go ahead, Larry. I enter at my own risk. If you guys hear me horking over here,
Are we ready?
Already.
The name of our firm matters to us. It's my father's name and
seriously?
his father's
You
name
get an
too.
ad?
But why should it matter to you? Because every day we put our
You guys
experience
get
to
an ad.
work
You
for
gotta
our
just-
clients.
you guys
And our
just gotta get an ad
experience
blocker.
pays.
Get the Bernstein advantage.
No
Aren't you
better
brave?
lawyers.
Fox 2's Randy Wimbley joining us live with more on this contentious meeting. Randy.
contentious rate.
Hey guys, I'm live here at the Multi-Lake Conservation Club in Commerce, and one could argue this town hall was perhaps doomed from the start. I'm told organizers were not entirely transparent about what this town hall was going to be about when they booked it with the club, and that many club members did not find out until recently the conversation was going to be about guns and gun control.
1,163 Michiganders died through gun violence. That's one person every 8 hours.
The goal was to find common ground on solutions to gun violence, but organizers of a town hall on it found how wide the rift between some gun owners and pro-gun control advocates really is.
And this is why the NRA has got to go! The NRA has got to go!
Congresswoman Haley Stevens, State House Democratic Leader Christine Gregg, and State Rep Robert Wittenberg led the town hall at the Multi-Lakes Conservation Club in Commerce Township. Many of its members are gun owners. The conversation ironically taking place in the club's indoor gun range.
I think they just snuck it in here. I can tell you that the members of this gun club aren't happy about it.
Local gun owners
We're at a
showed up to
gun
the
club
town hall
talking
in
about
droves,
anti-guns.
spurred in part by GOP 11th Congressional District Chair Michon Maddock.
Somehow, Femmes for Dems booked this event using a different name. The sweet woman that I talked to said that it said Femmes for Life in her calendar. We needed to show up here and tell Haley Stevens exactly what we think about her gun violence town hall being held in a place that is a very Republican. This is a Republican stronghold that we're standing in right now.
While taking questions from the crowd, Democratic lawmakers pushed for more gun control measures like universal background checks, a ban on semi-automatic rifles, and implementing red flag laws to take guns away from people who may be a threat to themselves or the public.
I want people to understand that we are not anti-gun, we are anti-gun violence. And supporting the Second Amendment and being opposed to gun violence are not mutually exclusive.
1999, there were 2.7 million concealed pistol license holders registered in the United States. As of 2017, there are almost 17 million, so that number has grown significantly, yet crime has gone down, violent crime has gone down, homicides have gone down.
Back up off yourself. Back up,
I got
Passions ran high Tuesday evening, stifling perhaps the opportunity for meaningful dialogue on one of the country's most pressing issues.
Part of why this went the way it did is because you have a lot of people on the extreme end. The reaction from the people here today was starting out with the assumption, you're going to take my guns. And when you start with that and that fear, it's very hard to have a communication.
We need to be part of the conversation regarding what we do about violence in this country in general. Many of us don't believe it's a gun violence problem, but more of a general violence problem.
That's Bob Cushman.
Now, this meeting was so intense that it was cut short, but once it was over, people on both sides of this issue had a chance to talk with those lawmakers, some of them individually and in small groups. Those conversations a lot more civil, and who knows, perhaps one day it could prove to have borne some fruit. Time will tell. Hugh, Taryn?
Did get wild in there, Randy. Do we understand that Congresswoman Stevens was ushered out of there? Do we know if her safety was being threatened at all?
Well, right after this meeting ended, I rushed over to the table to try to get an interview with Congresswoman Stevens, but those on her team told me that she would not be doing any interviews and that they were concerned about her safety. Oakland County Sheriff deputies were here. She left out soon after that, but there were no incidents, no violence, nothing major, just a lot of impassioned people on both sides of this issue.
Wow.
That is because the right is not violent like the left.
No.
We'll go make some noise.
Yeah.
We will do that.
Right. We even chastise our own when they take it a little too far.
Right. But the people that show up, I mean,
You should
she
hug,
was,
you
she,
should hug stray
she
cats.
was
there.
she was a moron. Right? What she did was stupid. But she was never in danger.
Right.
She could have been ridiculed. She was in danger of being ridiculed. But as
told
far
she's
as
a
her
fucking
health,
idiot.
They just thought you were going to show up, so that's why they ushered her out.
They
They
ushered
thought
her
I
out
was
because
gonna
Larry
say-
was coming. I looked it up while you were doing that, Larry.
You have a good Stevens nickname?
no.
Dude, we got to come up with something good.
You got to think of something.
Hate Lee Stevens.
Well, you're trying to do Nick. You're trying to do a variation of her name,
Yes.
and Teddy's thinking just straight
I'm
up
like
nickname.
thinking-
Straight up nickname.
No, I'm thinking like Larry version, like how he says Slobskin or
Slobskin.
yeah. I'm thinking he's got to have
Slutkin.
he's got to have a database ready for when
Slobskin?
whoever becomes the nominee will beat Mike Rogers.
What is she running for?
Senate.
Slubskin?
No,
Stevens.
Haley Stevens.
Senate.
She's running for the Senate. She's running for Gary Penis's seat.
Good God. Wow. All right. Anyways.
That's why the NRA has got to go.
That's why the NRA.
Yeah, right now we have two Michigan senators, Penis and Foreskin.
Wow. So I looked it up real quick while you were going down that memory lane of of that.
Gary Penis and Alyssa Foreskin.
What's the acronym for can't understand normal thought?
Oh, see, can't. You understand. And normal. And I forgot what thought starts with.
T.
Oh, you just spelled a bad word. Buddy.
C-U-N-T. So that 90s, which is funny, I looked up this list. This is the top 35 as on IMDb. Schindler's List, number one, obviously. Braveheart, two great movies.
Braveheart's actually surprising for number 2. And
As far as, yeah, because you don't think of it necessarily as but it is a war movie, but we're thinking more of like a World War II movie. So I get Schindler's List, even though that's more focused on the within the camps. Saving Private Ryan, phenomenal. Beautiful Life, I don't think I've ever seen it.
that's a good movie.
Who's
That's
in
a
it?
war movie? No.
It's like a World
Is
War
that
II
foreign?
Holocaust movie.
Is that foreign?
Is it?
I think it's Italian.
Italian, so it's yeah. Gettysburg. I did like it.
Mohicans.
Thin Red Line, Last of the Mohicans, 7 Years in Tibet, Brad Pitt, B.D. Wong, Jacob's Ladder. I know that was a good one. I'm scrolling down. The English Patient, dude. Slow, beautiful drama, but gorgeous. Three Kings, one of my favorites. Crimson Tide, another one of my favorite war movies. Phenomenal. In fact, I just got it. Down Periscope. Stop. We're not doing Down Periscope. G.I. Jane, wasn't overly impressed, but it wasn't horrible. The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc, I thought Mila Jovovich did a phenomenal job in that movie. Courage Under Fire, we mentioned that one earlier. Stalingrad, I'm going to have to... Memphis Belle. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It's a B-17 bomber crew that I think they're going for their last... Yeah, it prepares for its 25th and final bombing mission, and they're like just trying to complete the mission and get back home. It's an excellent movie. I don't know what Kundun, that looks foreign to me. I never. Sniper, Tom Berenger, good job. Billy Zane, Legionnaire.
I've seen that one.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Tina says Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, this is just the 90s.
Yeah, we're just looking at 90s war movies, but that's a pretty good movie as well.
Jacob the Liar, Robin Williams did a great job in that one. I don't know some of these other ones, but they look, by the names of the actors, they look foreign. So I wouldn't know those. Sunshine. What's funny to me is that list that I just went through didn't include The General's Daughter, but I guess that's not a strictly war movie. That's just a military movie. Maybe that's what I should have typed in. It was military movie. So then you look at the 2000s and, oops, error. What? Okay. I'll type it on there. Anyways, that's interesting stuff to just go through. I like movies. I'm a movie guy. I have a huge screen here in the man cave because I like to enjoy movies. You know what I picked up today? And this is not a political... I picked up the new Avatar.
The third one?
Yep.
Oh.
Fire and Ice. Fire and Ash. Fire and Ash. Ash and Fire. Fire and Ash.
I have no idea. I didn't watch it.
But I picked up that one today.
I haven't been to the movie theater in like 2.5 years. When did Napoleon come out? That was the last movie I saw.
You hadn't seen that in the theaters?
Yeah, I thought for years before that. I thought Joaquin Phoenix would be a good Napoleon. And then I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, it's awesome. And I watch it, I'm like, I don't think I ever want to watch anything from Hollywood again.
Dude, I have tried to watch it because
it's bad.
Because of
and I'm like, that's like my
because
main...
it's Martin Scorsese or not Martin?
No, it was
it's Alien director.
It was the guy that made Gladiator.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah,
Ridley Scott
Scott
did Alien. He did a ton of great movies, and I thought this was going to be another great epic. I tried to watch it 4 different times.
It's bad.
And fell asleep every single time.
It's bad.
And I don't like Joaquin Phoenix portrayal at all.
Because it's just because of Ridley Scott, the way Ridley Scott did the whole movie is just so many historical inaccuracies, and the angle he tried to portray Napoleon, it's like terrible.
It was horrible.
It was just bad.
It could have been so much better.
It could have been great.
But it was a bad.
I really wish Stanley Kubrick had made that. Stanley Kubrick really wanted to make.
Was he the one that was lined up to do it?
No. Stanley Kubrick was supposed to make a Napoleon movie.
Years ago.
Years ago.
Okay.
I think that would have been great, but I just always go back to Waterloo, 1971. It's free to watch on YouTube. So
that at the time that it was released was phenomenal. Even now it stands out.
Did you watch it?
I've watched part of it.
It's great.
I've seen them, but that was one of the, if I remember correctly, it was one of the largest movies that
they had 25,000 Soviet soldiers trained in that drill and that
to
formation.
be the extras.
Be the extras.
Yeah, it's one of the largest movies by extras, by participation by cast.
Yep.
Ever made.
Yep.
It's incredible. It's incredible. I looked up top 50 war movies of the 2000s. Inglourious Bastards, awesome movie. Letters from Iwo Jima, great.
That's a good one.
Clint Eastwood did that one.
Pianist is good.
The Pianist is good. The Hurt Locker, I'm not a big one on a lot of the Iraqi ones. Now, Three Kings is one of my favorites because it's kind of bucking it. I wouldn't say Pan's Labyrinth.
Well,
I
wouldn't
guess
that be like Operation Desert Storm, Free Kings, and so like?
Yeah, but they're in there at the end of it, and they're constantly going, "What did we do here? Why were we even here?"
I think.
And they're stealing the gold.
I think Desert Storm and Iraq are obviously two way different animals.
Yeah. Flags of Our Fathers.
Hotel Rwanda was pretty good too.
Right? Yes.
I remember watching
Don
that.
Cheadle was
They had
phenomenal.
us watch that in freshman year in high school. Great movie.
Flags of Our
These
Fathers.
these are Rwandan francs. These are not even worth for me to wipe my ass with.
Right. Flags of Our Fathers was the flip side of the story of Letters from Iwo Jima. They were both directed by Clint Eastwood, and they were meant to be a mirror of the same battle, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
And so one was the American side, and one was the
Japanese side.
I don't know.
Patriot.
Yeah, this
Classic.
one's the Patriot, phenomenal. Both Gibson and Heath Ledger and all the supporting cast turned in it.
I don't like the idea of
I don't like Che Guevara.
not that just the Patriots, just in the historical sense, not really.
Oh, because they
accurate.
amalgamated the character?
They amalgamated, and then you had the musket combat. It was just really like trying to do like John Wick, but with muskets.
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's just me and my own.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate it for what it is. Master and Commander. Commander is really good.
I thought there was going to be that was going to launch. Maybe it didn't do well in the box office. I thought it was going to launch a whole series because there's a book series.
That's just
Phenomenal.
a great movie. Messenger's pretty good too.
Yep. I don't know that one. I don't know Shea Part 1 or 2.
Black Hawk Down.
I know it's Benicio del Toro and Oscar Isaac, but Black Hawk Down, I actually thought that was a great one. That's another Ridley Scott directed one.
Yep.
Tropic Thunder's the classic, dude. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, let me.
Cold Mountain, I guess, is it's more of a post, I guess, kind of. It's after the Civil War. I guess it involves it, but that's like saying Dances with Wolves.
Enemy at the Gates is pretty good too.
Phenomenal. All
Valkyrie.
of the actors in that are phenomenal. Valkyrie, you know, the only detractor I would say in Valkyrie is they didn't try to do the German accent with English words. Cruise just did a straight, which he did.
Yeah, that's just Cruise is probably how he wanted to do it. So.
But he did a phenomenal job in Far and Away, where he played an Irish, you know.
Yep.
Rescue Dawn, okay. Good actors, good, strong movie. Tears of the Sun, I thought that had some deep dynamics to it. The Alamo, I remember that
guy
one.
that did Davy Crockett, I thought was kind of carried that movie.
Yeah. Wind Talkers, underrated. I think that's very underrated. And I'll tell you what, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
It was the Navajo. It was about the Navajo
Yeah, but
guy.
wasn't it the guy from Ant-Man, the buddy?
Yeah,
Ant-Man?
yeah, it was that guy.
He what's his name? And he was in Fury, which is one of my absolute favorites.
Emilio Echeverria.
The actor that played in Wind Talkers played the main.
Yeah, Emilio Echeverria. It's on or I'm sorry, go back up. Or no, I don't know.
No, in Wind
Is it Adam
Talkers.
Beach?
No, it's
He's like the.
It's Michael Pena.
Oh.
Michael Pena, I'm pretty sure, is the guy. We'll look that one. We'll click on
We'll
that
look
one in
that
a
up
minute.
later.
Australia. If you've never seen Australia, it is one of the most incredible movies. It's like 3.5 hours long. Or what? This one's showing it at 2:45. I have the extended, like, director's cut of it. I did not. I liked Pearl Harbor, and a lot of people didn't like it.
I thought it was
Gods and
Is your
Generals.
microphone on? Gods and Generals is the follow-up sequel to Gettysburg.
I think a lot of people just have both in one movie now, or that's the way
They watch them together. Behind Enemy Lines was.
I thought Gettysburg too was a good movie.
Yeah, that was in the last list either.
Problem is with Civil War movies is that people, if it like has like a Confederate like point of view, it's just like
it turns people off.
Or
Yeah.
you just get like people reviewing and like, oh, you learn to find the Confederacy.
Behind Enemy Lines, if you want to watch one that's along the lines of Crimson Tide or something like that, with a Gene Hackman dynamic where he's the boss in charge, and that's great. The Widowmaker, dude, was I thought is another one that's understated. It's Harrison Ford as a Russian nuclear subcap. Some of these other ones,
I don't know any
Flyboy.
of these.
I know it was good as Franco was in it, but Tigerland, Defiance.
Jarhead's pretty good. I like Jarhead.
Again, it's another one of those ones that's I have some trouble with the Gulf War ones. No matter what ones it was.
I get that, but I think I like Jarhead.
It was good. King Arthur, dude, that was when it came out. That was a phenomenal one. It was one of the better tellings of it because it was like gritty and realistic at the time versus making it kind of King Arthur's court. Brothers, they're calling that one a war movie, but that was a guy coming back from war and finding out that I think his wife thought he was dead. And
oh, right. Yeah.
What about Heartbreak Ridge? Is that a war movie?
Yeah, but I'm going through the list of the 2000s right now.
I don't like Alexander. That was a very...
You didn't like that one?
What was Heartbreak Ridge, 96?
It wasn't in that list.
Yeah.
Let me go back and do that list.
What about 2010s?
Tristan.
Okay. Let me do that list. You like Heartbreak? All right, around the table real quick while I look these up. What's your favorite movies, top 5 favorite war movies of all time?
Favorite war movies? Well,
go first one.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Longest Day.
I'm going to go Fury.
Fury?
Yeah. Next, number 2?
Number 2 would be, we were just talking about it, Pearl Harbor.
Oh, you like that?
I really like
Michael
that
Bay.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people lampooned it as being too like. I thought it was the movie moved along great. It had an outward plot, and it had that inner conflict between the two guys, and it had some great.
Didn't they also make a movie about the ship that sank that brought the bomb across?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage starred in that one. It was the USS Indianapolis.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was really good too.
Number 2?
I like the old Midway movie. It's probably number 2, I'm thinking.
Which one?
Midway, the old one, the older
Midway.
Oh, the old original.
Yeah.
Yep, the old one, the original.
I like the new one.
I don't mind the new one, but I think the older one. I watched the new one in the movie theater, and the next day I watched the old one. I still like the old one.
I would say my second for me after Fury is probably Saving Private Ryan. I dig that one. Larry, your third?
My third is going to be Full Metal
Oh yeah.
Jacket.
That's a good one too.
That would be actually full. Yeah.
My third one would probably be Waterloo.
The old
one.
Yeah. I'm gonna say for my third one, man, it's tough. I almost want to walk over to my rack over there and make a choice because there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna go with Dunkirk.
That's a good one.
Dunkirk puts me in an emotional state every time I watch it.
Are we allowed to include sci-fi war movies?
Let's stick with like a historical biopic dynamic. What's your third? Or are we got our fourth?
Well, Heartbreak Ridge, Full Metal Jacket, and the USS Indianapolis.
Okay, so then you're on 4.
So my fourth one, gosh, I don't think it's a war movie though, but it's military.
No, give it to us.
Officer and Gentleman.
Okay.
But I don't recall it being war in there. That was all about basic training.
Yeah, that was Greer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Deborah Winger.
Yep.
Deborah Winger movie.
You have the hots for her.
Huh.
I did when she was younger.
Teddy, number 4.
Probably Fury.
Okay. All right. And we're sticking more with like straight military, modern military movies. It seems like we're going around. I will go with my 4th one as Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah. I think that one has.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I'd have to watch it again.
What the crazy thing is when you find out that Hacksaw Ridge was actually.
You know what else is?
That he suffered more wounds, and it was actually the battle was far more intense than what they portrayed in the movie. They had to dial it back because Mel Gibson directed it, and he said he didn't believe that people would believe how shot up Dawes was, and how he'd been shot multiple times, and he was still going and still rescuing guys off that hill. And he said if you actually told the story of all of his wounds and how much he endured, people wouldn't believe it because it's just too crazy. That's one of the behind the scenes.
Another good
things.
one I'm thinking about is Unbroken.
Unbroken's a good one. It didn't carry me as much, but I would put that in like a separate category, like Bridge Over River Kwai.
That's a good one. That's
a
my
good
5th
too.
one right there.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my 5th one right
Yeah.
there. Bridge Over the River Cries.
So those
I actually forgot about that one.
I forgot about it too. It would have been higher on my list.
Well, I think it's hard to sometimes categorize the military because you want to go, all right, what are my top 5 POW ones? You know what I'm saying? The ones because that would be Unbroken, and that would be Bridge Over the River Kwai. There would be some of these other ones where they're POWs, and they're that's the setting of that. I would put like Schindler's List into that type of category, even that's not straight POW, but that was, you're focused on the people in that are being used as slave labor or captured. That would be one for me. So number 5, that's what you guys are picking.
Yep.
Larry, is that what you're? Bridge Over River Kwai. Number 5 for me, I'm gonna go with just off the top of my head, trying to figure this out. I'm gonna go with 1917.
I haven't seen that yet.
It is shot. One of the things that impresses me.
I know they have
the most,
really good camera shots of it.
It's shot as one continuous shot.
Yep.
The movie is. Vince and I went and seen it in the theater, so we're sitting there watching it, and about 10 minutes in, I lean over to him and I go, "Have you seen a cut yet?" And he goes, "Nope." So they shot the movie as if it was one continuous shot. And when you watch the behind the scenes where they're grabbing the cameras and throwing it out of the back of a moped, and they're driving so far, and then another team's grabbing it off the moped and running with it, and then they reach up, the camera's stable, and they reach up and they hook it onto a gimbal, and it goes into a crane, and it's incredible the way that they shot. Visually, it's phenomenal to me. I'm scrolling through a bunch of these ones, the top 35 of the 2000s. There's not a lot there's like 3 in here that I would really go after or say that are phenomenal. Of course, Fury's in there, 2014. Lone Survivors, 2013. Hacksaw Ridge, 2016. Dunkirk, 2017. But those are in the top 5. And then after that, I don't know, Bridge of Spies, The Intimidation Game, those are good. 300, The Rise of an Empire. Okay, yeah, I like 300 and 300, The Rise of an Empire, but would you consider Les Miserables a like a straight war movie? I mean, I guess. 13 Hours, even though I like John Krasinski.
What about Kramer versus Kramer?
Is that a war movie? That's not a war movie.
Yeah, I think so. They definitely went to war. Or the
So-
War of the Roses.
Yeah, like the Darkest Darkest Hour. Gary Oldman is phenomenal in that, but that's kind of like it's Churchill. It's more of the in the Office. War Horse. That was actually a really good one. Remember that War Horse?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. War Machine. I remember that one. I wasn't impressed with that one, even though it's Brad Pitt. What did you guys think of Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis?
I never watched that one.
I thought he did a phenomenal job because Daniel Day-Lewis actually studied.
Glory's actually pretty good now. I'm thinking about Civil War movies. I like Glory.
Glory was a good one. Denzel Washington and was that Duvall?
I couldn't tell you.
You got to know this shit, Teddy. You got to be up on this shit.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I thought Lincoln was a good movie.
Well, and Daniel Day-Lewis is extreme method actor. He studied Lincoln and found out, and one of the things he discovered about Lincoln was Lincoln used a high-pitched voice. He didn't have a deep voice naturally, Lincoln didn't, but he went even higher pitch because a higher pitched voice would carry longer in a crowd. And so he knew that if he used a higher voice when he was talking, it would carry longer through a crowd. And so you see that in the portrayal there. That he doesn't go to extremes,
Maybe,
but he definitely uses
150 years from now, we'll have a good movie called Biden. And we can have a good method act.
Everybody-
Imagine the method acting with that.
Yeah, what you got to do is give somebody a fifth of liquor and watch them fall asleep.
Man, I don't even think that's funny. Give me some ice cream. Yeah, some of these other ones that they have on this list, I would disagree with them even being. I mean, I guess. Yeah, some of these other ones on the list, and I'm not showing you guys a list. Sorry. Anything to catch up in chat, Teddy? Before we.
Nothing much. You know what else is actually a really good war movie?
What?
Come and See.
Come and See.
Yeah, it's a Russian movie.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's
a great movie. You got to watch it.
Come and See. Is that recently?
It was like 80 something, 83, maybe.
This one says 1990 or 2019. I'm sorry.
No.
That's Buddhist Temple. No. Okay, so that's not the right one.
It was 85.
85. Let's go ahead and search. Nope, just give me that one. You sure it's not under a different title?
That's what.
You look it up.
Maybe,
Anyways, older movies. What do you think of Force 10 over Navarone?
I don't think I ever saw it.
Harrison Ford, Robert Shaw.
Oh, Robert Shaw?
It's the one where they got to
From
sneak.
Jaws?
Yeah, it's the one where they got to sneak in and blow up the dam.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's one of his last ones before he died.
Yeah, he died of a massive heart attack, I believe.
He was.
Did he die on the set? Like John Candy?
No.
Or who was the other one?
He had like 15 kids and shit.
John Ritter also died while filming.
Robert Shaw. He was. Let's see his story here. Where's his trivia at? There it is. Oh yeah, he played twice portrayed villains opposite Sean Connery. First was Spectre Killer in Rush for Love, and then he also played the Sheriff of Nottingham and Robin and Marion. Leslie didn't get along with Dreyfus during Jaws. Trying to see where it was.
He didn't get along with Dreyfus's character either, or his character.
Well, it stemmed from that.
Yeah.
They didn't get along offset, so they didn't get along on set. Let's see. Trying to get to where he died. I thought he passed at home. I thought he. Oh, I have the original Pelham. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
He didn't like to drive cars, eh?
Apparently not. you seeing, Teddy? You reading anything on that?
Yeah, Texas Representative Al Green has lost his primary in Texas.
Isn't his seat even being eliminated?
Yeah, but it's still funny.
He's losing a primary for a seat that's not even going to be there.
Yes.
He's the douchebag that keeps lifting his cane and.
Yeah, he's a racist. He's a very bad racist.
He's the real racist, like the Democrats. Come on, man.
Come on, man. But seriously, and by the way,
look fat.
Look fat. You're a dog-faced pony soldier.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Maxine Waters too. She's another one that needs to go.
If you see those people on the street, you go over there and you make a scene and you tell them they're not welcome here. Is that close to? Yes, I think that was a pretty odd. Tragic sudden death explained. How to avoid the same fate. I don't want to. How to avoid this? That's not what I was clicking on. Robert Shaw, sexy man. Let's see where it's at.
Death. There you go.
All right. So, Robert Shaw died in Ireland at age 51 of a heart attack while driving from Castlebar to his home. Okay, so he wasn't at home, but he was headed home. He was accompanied by his wife and son. He suddenly became ill, stopped the car, stepped out, and then collapsed and lost consciousness on the roadside. I knew it was on the road. He was taken to the hospital, pronounced dead. He had just completed acting on the film Avalanche Express. His body was cremated, his ashes scattered at his home near it. Stone Memorial reveals it. So the interesting thing about that was Shaw was a heavy drinker. I mean, hardcore.
Yeah.
So he initially came in on, so everybody knows the speech in Jaws, or should know. Phenomenal speech about the USS Indianapolis. He initially came in and tried to do the dialogue, and he had drank so much leading up to it that it was just bad, horrible. So he apologized. He came in and he worked however long he needed to work and got himself right, rewrote the dialogue, and then came in and basically told Steven Spielberg, he said, I got this, trust me. And what you see in the movie is mostly Robert Shaw's dialogue based on what was originally written in the script and him just doing that. That's why if you pay real close attention to Roy Scheider and Richard Dreyfuss, their reactions on their face are very genuine to their surprise or their how they're taking the story that he's telling, because they hadn't heard that dialogue. Shaw rewrote that script, that part of it, his dialogue in there, and they were like, "Holy shit, you're blowing me away right now!" And they're just like, the cuts of them reacting are pretty genuine, as far as they're just going, "Wow!" Not only did I not hear this, but this is flooring me. It's phenomenal. I'm going to see if it's up here in this. Force 10 over Navarone. He said, I was seriously thinking this might be my last film. I no longer had anything real to say. I love that movie. That was one of his, I thought it was one of his last ones, and they said Avalanche Express was his last movie. I've never seen that. I'm going to have to go watch it. But he did play a bad guy in From Russia with Love. And let's see. Where's Jaws at? I want to see if they have what I just told you guys about Jaws. 1975 Jaws. What do you got, Teddy?
Oh, nothing.
Let's see. He did a lot of Broadway, which is amazing to me when you find out the amount of guys that do Broadway. You know.
So Trump missed his son's wedding, eh?
He avoided it and gave an explanation. Let's see. development. I want to see if Robert Shaw was. I know I've read it. I'm gonna look it up right now. All right, you guys think about your final thoughts while I look up this last Jaws trivia. Any other things that you guys saw this week?
Nothing really notable.
Let's see. Debate over who wrote the iconic. Let's see what it says here. This one. I'm looking at it. Could be an extraordinary character study of Quentin Pill in the featurette. Spielberg contributed dialogue polishes to take a crack at the speech. However, Jaws co-screenwriter has taken issue with the version.
So, were you surprised Duggan dropped out of the race?
No.
Did that surprise you?
No.
I was a little bit. Then again, I haven't seen an ad from him in a while, and they did an ad. I think he did an ad blitz too early.
Well, we were actually laughing, me and my wife, because over the weekend we saw Duggan commercials.
Oh,
odd. So, but I mean, once you buy a package, you buy a package.
Right.
But I mean,
it's a shame.
To be honest with you, I think he was paid
to run,
to drop out.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah. Well, because the Democrats knew he was going to steal Democrat votes.
Right.
I think he was stealing a lot of Democrat and a lot of Republican votes.
I don't. Yeah, but it
Well,
would,
we
it would
realize-
be like it would. Yeah, but the numbers would be more like stealing. You know, the most of his votes, like 80%, 85 or 90% of them were coming from Democrats. The very small number coming from Republicans.
I think that we're kind of stuck with a giant turd and a. What's the other one from South Park? Giant turd and a. The other bad thing, I can't remember.
I don't know. We've got some good candidates running.
Yeah, John James. He's the best candidate out there for Michigan. He's gonna give us more flock cameras, data centers, and God dang it, will he make sure your car can track you
And I will be supporting Mike Cox.
I do like Mike Cox's platform.
I don't think Mike Cox has a
chance.
I think it's just between Perry and James at this point.
Well, if my choice is between Perry and James, I pick Perry.
Any reasonable person would.
So, but
your microphone's cutting out of here.
Well, let's see what the fabled Trump endorsement will be towards.
Hopefully Trump stays out of it. The worst thing he could do is endorse someone right now. I was very disappointed with Tom Leonard dropping out and then endorsing
John James.
I thought that was terrible.
So
I don't dislike John James as a person.
But his
I've
voting
met
record
him
sucks.
several times. His voting record sucks, and I don't trust him. I don't want another Rick Snyder in office, and I don't trust John James. Well, it doesn't mean I don't like him. I think he's a great guy. Mike Cox, I know, will be a fighter, and he's a conservative. I've known him for over 27 years, and he would be by far. He was the best attorney general we ever had.
Well, I hate to say it, but if you're consistently voting with big government and censorship policies and just
you're a
the
douche.
uniparty in general, and then allowing for cars to be auto shut down by the government when the government feels like it, then I don't know. You're either easily corruptible or you're just not pleasant as a person in general.
And that's
I never met the guy though, but I could be wrong. But
right.
I think the voting record and what he's voted on kind of shows that he is almost no better than the Democrat, or at least Benson.
He's way better than Benson.
Benson's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I got to read this to you guys just to finish.
But I'll just finish up. I think it's a shame that Duggan dropped out because it was an avenue for people that didn't like, that thought Republicans and Democrats were equally as bad and were destroying the state, which rightfully they have done with Whitmer and Snyder. To try not, if you wanted to vote for governor, you could have a third party option or alternative option.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a track record of decently good governance for the health system and the city of Detroit. That's all I'll say on that.
Actually, Snyder was the one that saved Detroit.
Well,
like
he saved the Flint
Flint
water lines.
No, right. the people of Flint screwed that up. All they had to do was put their little cans of water in that people like me brought them. I bring them 55-gallon drums of chemicals that would treat the lead pipes that are in the ground. I would take them to Flint, and I would take them to East Lansing and drop them off. They would get...
Had they not
there
switched...
would be 4 barrels or 4 drums on a pallet.
Had they not switched from the Detroit water system to the Flint River, which was corrosive, eating the lead pipes, the lead would not have leached out in such a large number.
Well, I don't know that that's necessarily true, but I do know that
that's part of the EPA report.
Is it?
Yeah, that was like the main thing. They switched from like Detroit to the Flint River for cost cutting. I thought it was part of Snyder's like cost cutting thing or something like that, or it was a state thing with the city of Flint. I'm not sure. I'd have to.
Yeah, we'd have to dive into that big and pull up some articles. So let me do this, and then we'll do some final thoughts. With the content of the monologue being true, the only debate remains is who on the Jaws team actually wrote it. For many years, John Millis was given credit. Spielberg said that Millis dictated the speech on the phone, resulting in a 10-page monologue, which Robert Shaw edited. In a featurette about the film's production, he said, it's Millis's words and it's Shaw's editing. So I was saying that Shaw actually rewrote it. So here it says Jaws co-screenwriter Carl Gottlieb, however, disagrees. In an interview with the Writers Guild Foundation, he stated it was actually Shaw who wrote the speech. Gottlieb said there were originally 10 different versions, including one he wrote himself. These were all given to Shaw, who read them and came up with his version, which was used in the film. Gottlieb recalled that Shaw took it all, synthesized it, and one night while we were all at dinner, he came in with a handful of paper and said, I think I have the pesky speech licked. And he basically performed it for the table, and we all went, wow. And Steven said, that's what we're shooting. So I based my telling of the story on that, on the fact that I have the 50th or 40th anniversary of it, and there's a huge amount of, where's J? It's over there, Jaws. What version do I have? What's that say, young Teddy? I can't read anymore. This has got to be the 40th, right? It's an anniversary collection. Oh, this is the 25th. Okay. I thought this is the DVD. Don't I have, I got a Blu-ray over there somewhere. Anyways, this says this is a special 25th anniversary collector's edition, and it's got a ton of featurettes in here. And that's where I remember them talking about Shaw coming in there. So, anyways, all right. Final thoughts, guys. Who wants to start? Larry?
Final thought.
You're ready to go home anyways. You're tired, buddy.
Yeah, I am ready to go home.
Right?
Well, the August 4th primary is coming up.
Yeah.
So do your research. Get out and vote.
Yep.
You know, and if your candidate doesn't win, doesn't mean you take your ball and you go home and you cry like a little baby.
Oh, shots fired.
You play with the team and beat the Democrats. Otherwise, you pay the price.
Okay, buddy.
It's either vote Republican or you get a Democrat.
Blackfield Teddy.
Your
final thoughts. It could be movie related. We looked up a lot of movies.
Final thoughts.
But our theme was.
My final thought is that there are not a lot of good movies being made today compared to last.
That's very true, dude. Very.
I haven't been to the movie theater in, I think, almost. When did Napoleon come out? Like 2023?
Something like that.
I haven't been to the movie theater since.
It was kind of crazy because it was simultaneously released on Apple TV, like within 2 weeks of it being in theater, right?
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to look this up real quick just to hammer my point.
I just saw a movie. Me and my wife went, and Bob was there.
Yeah, 2023. So I haven't been to the movie theater in, let's just say, almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So until Hollywood starts making some
Actual good
movies, then I and probably many others will not go to the theater and watch their crap.
The last one that I went and saw just recently.
Also, another thing I want to add is that I watched The Boys finale, and that was also crap. So one TV show I kind of liked.
Yeah, and it
kind of was like fell off after season 3, but I kept watching, hoping it was going to get good.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like I got DVDs at home. I got there's YouTube. You got free movies on YouTube like Waterloo. I think I'm just going to stay away from today's
modern movies.
Just today's TV shows and movies, unless there's something that really piques my interest. But the only last time I really thought about going to the movie theater was when they were screening The Revenge of the Sith. But
rescreening it?
Yeah, but I decided not to go.
Revenge of Syphilis?
No.
Is that Larry Wars episode 3?
Larry Wars episode 3.
Slotkin Strikes Back.
I'm trying to think of the one. Was it? I know we saw Avatar in the theater. I'm very reluctant. I'd rather wait.
Saving Private Slotkin?
I'd rather wait 3 to 6 months and watch it here in the man cave.
I thought Avatar 2 was pretty mediocre because I watched with my buddies in the movie
Number
theater.
2?
Yeah, and we were just joking like, "Oh, remember, guys, Sully stick together."
Number 3 was a lot more.
I think Quartrich.
Is that the newest one?
I think the dude that did Quartrich for the second one just carried the movie.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, we watched it in the theater.
Did you?
But it just came out.
Was it 3D when you watched it?
I don't think we did the 3D one. Maybe we did. Trying to remember.
The other 2 were 3D. I saw the first one in 3D. I saw the second one on TV.
You weren't impressed? The third one, I'll tell you what, I've liked the continuity of all 3. I thought the second one was a little bit of a retread with the villain guy, general villain, but they've been consistent with it, and I think the third one was solid. It was very solid. I'm trying to think of the other movie we just recently saw in the last, like 6 months.
The World According to Ella.
That was not it. I know I saw F1.
Did you ever see the movie The World According to Garp?
Years ago, dude.
Yeah,
years ago.
That's an excellent movie, too.
Yeah. Man, what is it? Movies in the last 6 months? I know I saw another one. It took us a while to get back to theaters. Again, I can wait a few months, and I can watch it here in the man cave without, And we got so many streaming services now. Hell, I keep finding movies on the different things that we have that just flew in. I just watched Ordinary Angels. Came out in 2024. Hilary Swank and the guy who plays Reacher in the Reacher series. The big guy.
Tom Cruise?
No, those were the movies. No, the new series on Prime. Alan Richter. Alan Richter. It's this true story back in the 80s about this little girl that needs a liver transplant. And they end up getting a liver and have to transport her in the middle of the worst storm in St. Louis, like modern history, where they got like freezing weather and dumped 21 inches of snow on St. Louis, and they have to like get a helicopter to come in, and the whole town comes out to clear a parking lot so they can land and load the girl in it, and then they fly her in the helicopter to the airport, get her on the plane at the airport, fly her to the hospital, and get her the transplant. And it's based on a true story.
You know what I'd
It's
like
really
to
good.
see on your screen?
What?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Dude. Live, Die, Repeat. Dude, that's a phenomenal movie.
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And Full Metal.
Get
Bitch.
up, maggot.
Who's that girl? Full Metal Bitch. It's an English actress. And
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
She's fucking phenomenal in that.
Yeah, she's got a tight butt, dude.
It's so sad. Yeah, that's a great one. They're supposed to be making something to go with it, like a prequel, sequel.
Yeah, are they?
Like they're going to show the original invasion.
Yeah.
And then follow up afterwards.
Well, there's another really good, there's 2 movie series about these giant robots that come in and attack the city. And I can never remember the name of the movie, but I've watched
Pacific Ridge?
Yes, 1 and 2.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. Pacific Rift.
You know one?
Right?
Pacific Rift.
Yeah, Pacific Rift.
I thought it was
Pacific
Ridge.
Ridge.
It's Ridge.
Is it Ridge?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
it's where the volcanic ridge
Yeah.
comes. The monsters come out of that volcanic thing, and they have to make the robots to go after them.
That's a
They're
good
not
one.
robots. They're avatars.
And
Mechanical.
Battleship is pretty good too.
That was decent.
Yeah.
But they were trying to turn the game into the movie. Yeah, there's some interesting ones like that. When did you make me think of when you said, oh, one that's totally campy that I need to find because I haven't seen it in years? There's like 2 or 3 that are really campy that I love, and one along that line of the Pacific Ridge. You remember Robot Jocks?
No, I don't.
It was this campy, futuristic sci-fi movie where countries no longer fought wars. They had extreme athletes that got into giant robots, and they would fight in outdoor arenas, and whoever won the battle got to take the territory that they were fighting over. So it had this ludicrous premise, but it was this whole thing of robot jocks. And there's the Russian Federation, the USSR, and then there's the United States, and they both got their robot champions, and the robots are fighting, and they've got these different weapons that they can use, and robots. And at one point, the one robot falls back and crushes all these people in the stadium, in the stands, in the seats. But it's so campy with the dialogue, but it's one of those ones where you throw it in and you kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 the shit out of it, and just mock that. It's phenomenal. Another one that's that I've been trying to find and get is the original Godzilla with Jet Jaguar. Remember Jet Jaguar? The dude and he grows to the size of, he's just a regular 6-foot dude, but then he grows to the size of Godzilla and fights with Godzilla against, I think, Mechagodzilla and Mothra. It's all campy, dude, as shit. But it's one of those old.
I like the old Godzilla movies where it's like Godzilla versus some random ass monster.
I love Godzilla. He would always do this. And you'd hear the sound, and you're like, dude, that's badass. Yeah, campy stuff. All right, guys. My final thought tonight is on these important days, we have to continue to go back and remember, we're coming up on the 4th of July next, and we've got to take those moments. We missed it. I didn't realize one of the things was to stop at around 3 o'clock for a moment of silence. And we were out at the lake, and Greta turned around and she said, oh, we forgot to do a moment of silence at 3. Should we do it now? And it kind of, not a lot of people dove into it because the time had already passed. But those are the little things that bring more significance to it. You guys walking in the parades, being at dedications, being at these things like that. Those are, sometimes they seem like just small memories, but they're significant to the community. You just bring it. I had no idea that you were part of that. Putting the tombstone, helping, be involved in that. And I didn't know either that Larry was at the dedication, back in May 2nd. Those are some pretty important things for communities because it doesn't have politics. It doesn't have a lot. It shouldn't have, and usually they don't have these overtones. It's just a community coming together to honor somebody or something, to honor a War of 1812 veteran with a headstone, and to honor veterans in general. Those are significant things, and we've got to. That's the parts that bring us together as community because it transcends tribalism. It transcends rifts that we have, and it just brings people together for those moments. Rekindles community. So thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Hit the thumbs up. Do we have guests? Do you have a guest, or do I got to rely on Trejo for guests on Sunday?
I have nothing booked for this Sunday.
All right.
No,
I'll check with Trejo.
I will be at the Detroit Grand Prix this coming weekend.
Oh.
It is Grand Prix weekend.
I should expect to be flooded with pictures from Larry from the Grand Prix and videos that he'll want to play on next Tuesday's show. Look at this one. I'm up here. Look over here. It'll be awesome. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. It was a good show. We went into a different direction than I expected of talking about movies, but it was very reminiscent of remembering the military and fallen soldiers from that perspective, because those movies are memorials as well. When they're done right, they immortalize those battles and those that have fallen, even the ones that are more creative licensed or like Fury is fictional, but it's based on what tankers actually faced in there. You know, Saving Private Ryan, that's a fictional one, but it's based on true history through there. So I appreciate those characteristics, you know, and even creative licensing with some of them. So, all right, guys, we will catch you. I think we'll have a Sunday show. I got to check with Trejo or the other guys and see what's up. But appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys next time.
This is my brain.
Dad, that's an egg.
Yeah, that's an egg.
Honey,
Dude.
that's an egg.
Seriously.
That's an egg.
It's a metaphor.
It's still an egg.
That's an egg.
I would challenge you.
That's an egg.
I know my brain is not actually an egg, okay? It's a metaphor.
Metaphor or not, that's not your brain.
It's just an egg.
Una cerveza para mí. My egg is my brain.
Can I at least have some bacon, maybe some sausage with that egg, though?
Oh, I want some bacon.
I want crepes.
Have some bacon and pancakes with that egg.
I'll take it with cheese.
Extra large brown cage-free eggs.
Can I have your brain with hot cakes?
A little sausage and a little toast and potato.
That would be great.
Does it have antibiotics?
I don't know, man. I'm not good at this shit.
Well, they got to be able to resist some diseases.
You resist the disease.
Has it got any hormones?
Maybe. It's cage-free.
Vegetarian?
Maybe.
Are they vegan?
No, I eat steak.
Never apologize and never explain.
Never apologize.
Yeah. Never apologize and never explain.